Well, while he does that, I'm going to start the opening sequence. Boop, boop, beep, boop, bop.
Absolutely.
Woohoo!
Sure, I'll just put in the chat what I was transporting.
Don't put it in the miscellaneous chat because I cut to that during the stream. Hello, everybody. Tune in. Maybe she'll slip up and post the secret thing in some sort of thing that you can view.
I hope not.
So stay tuned the whole time. It's like when you tune
That's
into those
stuff.
hot tub girls and you hope that there's a nip slip or something, although there never is.
There never is. No.
Never is.
No.
There never is. But
Yeah.
Brady, you understand.
Huh.
yeah, of course. All right. So anyway, we are, ready to play our game again.
What was that?
How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I would like to ask, what the fuck?
Yeah, what was that?
What?
We've
Why
never
would I
opened the show with a bikini joke before. With a nip joke
No,
before.
you-
Yeah,
I-
maybe keep those to yourself. Yeah, that was a little bit weird, but okay. Anyways, let's just move forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
Thank you, Tom.
I don't think we're allowed to mention nips on Twitch anyway, or toes
Don't
maybe.
even
I can't
say
remember.
it. All right. Okay.
Am I
Moving.
Boy, I'm breaking out the whiskey.
Moving ahead. Let's
Am
get into this recapitulation.
Really quick, Alex, am I less crackly?
You are.
Yes.
It was that.
Are.
I'm gonna throw it at the people at Walmart.
Yeah. Bastards. All right.
Class.
What do I got? Let's do recap theme. After successfully escaping the prison with Flight's father in hand, the group crossed paths with Bree and Bryn on their way back to the Id Ascendant, and she was carrying the unconscious bodies of Avarice and prisoner 237. Bryn had been reunited with his late wife, Sage, whose spirit was currently contained inside a magical ring Bree had found in a singing fish, and so Bryn and Sage were catching up. Some of the group separated to track down Melody, Flight's mother, after she had fled the prison earlier, drawing the guards away from Flight so he could gain entrance. She had headed southward into the snow. But it wasn't long before the group discovered her hiding behind a rock and returned to the ship. On the way back to the ship, the doctor's staff begins to glow, which surprises him. "That was old," exclaims the doc. He had caused a magical effect without the use of his blood. Something strange was going on inside the doctor. Surprisingly, inside the Nautiloid was Sal and a group of Black Sword cultists waiting for them with Vorin and Dredavex. They had convinced the Ceramorphs that they were friends of the Omen Seekers and were simply waiting for them to return. But it became clear that they had other plans as Sal welcomed her former friends and casually demanded they relinquish the prisoner to them. It seemed that everyone was after prisoner 237 at the moment, and the Omen Seekers weren't giving up that easily. Allegedly, he was the only one who knew the location of the waterfall that would lead them into the cave system that connected to the long-lost ancient city, and so he was of value to many competing groups. Sal was friendly and forthcoming, and the Seekers learned that she had cannibalized her former crewmates and nearly froze to death if it weren't for Levistus intervening and offering her another chance at life. In fact, this was a deal offered to all of the Black Swords, and so they all now pledged allegiance to the Lord of Stygia and were working tirelessly to thaw the Archdevil. The doctor was taken aback by this and wanted to confirm, "So you're trying to bring Levistus back?" To which Sal explained, "Oh, he's already back, honey. We're just trying to unfreeze him." This worried the doc, and he inquired further. "And once he's back, what are his goals?" Dr. L had a feeling that once the Archdevil was set free, this would spell further doom for the Dale, and Sal admitted, "Who are we to try to understand the intentions of gods and devils?" Becoming fed up at how flippant Sal was being with the future of the material realm, he asked where Levistus was exactly, holding out his blood map, and Sal pointed out a large section of the rugged glacier that bordered most of the north side of Icewind. "Well, Bree, I'd say this conversation has come to an end, wouldn't you?" "Oh, I think so, Dr. Laz." Eh? No, sorry. The Lazarus. And Lazarus literally opens fire on the cultist with a big blast of flames. Ample launches crossbow bolts through the front door, and Bree starts going to town with her shillelagh. Once Flight and his father realize what's going on, they both join in, grabbing a hold of black swordists and clawing them to the floor. Even the Ceramorphs joined in, and by the end of it, Dreadavex was slurping down some brains. Once every one of the cultists was downed, the doctor healed Sal to consciousness. She had been part of the group at one point, and that earned her a second chance. But the path she'd been headed down wasn't going to be acceptable any longer. The group sat down and had a long intervention, convincing Sal that life was still worth living without the love of Levistus. He hadn't intervened this time. He let her be defeated. He must not really care. But the doc, on the other hand, turned the other cheek and stabilized the young half-elf. He showed mercy where he didn't have to, and if she needed something to live for, she could help the Seekers. While clearing the ship of bodies, Flight and Crest run outside to see Melody, reuniting the family in full, but prompting Melody to open up about her relationship with Bree's father, Bryn. As the Nautiloid finally takes flight again, Crest returns to the control room and starts asking questions about Nerth Maxildinar. What had he been doing since Crest was incarcerated? Ample chimes in and looking for context. Surely he had been up to a lot in the time Crest had been behind magical force fields. Crest informs the Seekers that, for one, that wasn't Nerth Maxildinar. Crest and Melody had been sent to Icewind Dale with Nerth to protect him from harm within Waterdeep. Currently, the government was being infiltrated by doppelgangers. The Harpers were working on it, but there were a number of officials who had seen too much and whose lives were in danger. Those individuals were sent north under witness protection, which had worked in the previous years for others such as Francis Mata. But when Crest went to check in on Nerth, it was not the same man he had brought to the Dale. And having shown too much of his hand, Nerth had Crest imprisoned. And that's essentially where we cut off last time and where we'll pick up right now. You guys are all inside the Nautiloid with everyone is pretty much around, although Flight, let me look at the map, Flight and
Bree
are in the back room.
Learning he's teaching me how to meditate.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that's a significant part too. Yeah, Bree had been raging out and asked for Flight's help in learning to control that and meditate.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys take it from here. What are you guys doing?
Flight will kind of sit down on that little seat that's in the back room there. He'll kind of look up at her. So, start off with just taking any position that helps you focus.
Bree thinks about it for a second. And kind of lies down flat on her back, taking up way more room than she should.
You good? The main focus for... The main thing you want to do, you can let your mind wander wherever it goes. But the thing to focus on is breathing. Breathing and thinking. Not paying attention to what's going on around you. Not even paying attention to, like, your current surroundings. And Flight is actually kind of visibly tired, so because he's still exhausted and cold.
Right.
So he just kind of takes a seat against the wall, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Says, your breathing should be deep, and your breathing should be deep, and your inhales and exhales should take as long as you can physically manage. Fill your lungs up as much as you can. And then he'll just, yeah.
She'll visibly, like, hold her breath, not knowing when she should exhale.
Okay, Flight will take notice of that and says, "You can let it out.
Comes out in a big.
You don't want to suffocate yourself."
Now, Dr. Lazarus, what are you Titanicking right now? You run up to the front of the ship. What are you doing? Oh, maybe he had.
Oh, you're muted. Oh, is he?
Well,
is
his
he not
camera's
there? Okay.
on too, so I think maybe he had something going. Well, we'll check back in with him. Ample, what are you doing in this main room? You are muted.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I believe one of my last suggestions in the last game was no, wait, we can't do that because 247's dead now, right? The only
No.
person we have around.
No, he's
Oh, he's not?
He's just
He's
unconscious
alive. He's
right
just
now.
unconscious. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think you,
Cool,
yeah,
cool,
you have
cool.
the prisoner, you have Avarice, and Sal are all still alive.
I think I was threatening him with alien tentacle brain taps. So is there a way to Ample is going to approach the squidlings and he's going to say excuse me.
God, this isn't gonna go well.
Excuse me.
Yes. Well, what's up? What do you need?
I was just wondering.
Oh, now you want some worms? Is that it?
Wouldn't want worms inside me. Never again. Thank you. I was wondering if you had a worm that we could put inside this man's brain to extract information.
Oh, he does want
Is that
worms.
something you can do?
I was just joking. Shoot. I mean, we can try to help with that. I mean, we can try to detect their thoughts. Yeah, we could try to. I don't know if the worms will play a role, but we can. Sure. You looking for some details? Who we slurping? Whose thoughts are we slurping up?
You're so glib about slurping people's brains. It's
Man,
it's cool.
it's a Tuesday for us. I mean, it's in Og Day. Oh, it is Og Day. Let's get the brains.
Okay. My watch must be slow.
What, is that not common? Oh, I guess no. I should know that. It's not everybody slurps brains. It's just been me and him for a while, and we're just slurping every day. Every day we're slurping. Okay, I'll shut up and help you. Well, where are we going?
What do you need from us? You say you can detect his thoughts, but does he need to be in a certain state of mind? Like, he's unconscious right now. Does he need to be conscious and thinking about the things you want him to think, or can you go in and take what you need?
Well, it's easier if he's thinking it at the time. But we have a little bit of control. And we just have to try really hard.
Then Ample says, Ample looks thoughtful for a few seconds, and then he says, I think I have an idea. That back room is basically the closest thing we have to a brig, right? Like, or a holding cell?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, there's a couple different floors, so there'd be a different room on a different floor if you wanted something separate from flight.
Absolutely, yeah. Can we just imagine a lower level little
Right.
storage room or something
Maybe add some
that could be...
cages.
What's that?
Yeah, that would work.
I mean, they had
Alright,
to. They
let's
were
step
keeping. They were
aside.
keeping. Like, yeah.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
So
I was just saying they were keeping like those creatures that they were collecting. They kept them somewhere.
Right. Yeah, and that's on the bottom floor. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Okay, so you want to take him into like a private chamber to
I do.
this essentially. For
I
sure.
wanna get him separate. I want to hide the squidlings so they can't be seen by him. And I want to transform myself and take the clothes of the white tiefling woman. Right? So when he wakes
Fantastic
up,
idea.
he will think that I am her.
Okay. That's for sure.
And then I intend to speak to him as her to get the thoughts into his brain so they can read it without him having to say it out loud.
I gotcha. Okay, so where are the Ceramorphs? They're just hiding somewhere?
Wherever they want to be, as long as he can't see them so he doesn't think it's a double cross.
Okay.
I would suggest...
I believe the tech thoughts provisions that they have to be able to see the creature that they are reading the thoughts of.
Sure. But that does not necessarily mean that the creature has to see them.
Actually, no, they don't. They don't, actually. I've got that.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, either way, I think either they just hide right behind them or just like behind something. But okay, so yeah, you and both Vorin and Dredovax kind of step aside. Zglard is trying to get through this back butthole door.
Oh, he's trying to get in with me?
Yeah, he's trying to go in. I mean, you don't know that, but he's just trying to poke through. He's trying
I'd probably
to
hear him, wouldn't I?
Maybe.
Right next to the door.
I don't know. He's kind of tiny. It's just a little. I mean, it's fine. You probably don't want him in there while you're trying to focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that Tom's back, Tom, what is Dr. Lazarus doing? You ran up to the front of the ship. I mean, you guys are flying through the air now. Where are you going, by the way?
Where's Dr. Lazarus?
Well, first, okay,
right
yeah,
there.
hang on. I was checking in with Dr. Lazarus. So, what is Dr.
Well, first-
Lazarus doing first?
Nothing. No, Lazarus is fucking with the feet, basically, I got. Lazarus is seeing what he can actually cast again.
Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, he just kind of steps aside to just kind of like do some research.
Figure that out alone and all that.
Okay, for sure. Okay, so yeah,
I'm gonna
Flight, what were you
block
saying about where you're going?
Was Flight there when Crest? Would Flight have been there when Crest mentioned what was going on with what he knew about Nerith?
No, I think that you and Bree had stepped out before that moment.
Sorry.
Okay. So we wouldn't know yet because I have a suggestion of where we should go next. Once Flight will have a suggestion of where we should go next if once he figures that out.
Where would
I think...
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we're still in the information gathering stage, especially if the doc has some new experiments to do, I have an interrogation to do, and Bree needs to figure herself out. Once we've come to the conclusion of all of those, we can bring all of our knowledge together and form a plan.
Because I was under the assumption that we were kind of waiting to figure out where this waterfall is, and that was kind of our next step. But if we want to do some stuff with Nerith first, then I'm cool with that too.
We don't need to do anything with him directly, but I do have we do have a means of
We need to talk about him.
Figuring some stuff out with him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I guess my question is just that you guys had the Ceramorphs take off. Maybe they're just looping around in the sky until with no actual destination yet.
Yeah, maybe like just getting off the ground to somewhere that we aren't easily discovered would be a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
floating offshore somewhere.
Okay, so that I guess they just went probably a little bit northeast of the prison, put it on autopilot with the steering wheel turned all the way to the left, and it's just like running around in circles.
Just a rubber band. It's not autopilot.
They've got a brick on the gas pedal. Okay, so just so before we jump back to Ample, I don't know how much of the you guys want a role play of your meditation, but what are you guys doing in the back room?
It would mostly be silent, and I would like a short rest so I can get my key back. at the
Okay.
very
Well,
least.
yeah, we can call the
Yeah,
meditation.
I like to imagine that Flight is just so exhausted that he's like walking Bree through the meditation steps and just like accidentally falls asleep himself.
Absolutely.
But I mean, that's
I'd
up
like
to
to
you.
know. I'd like to know from Kate how Bree's feeling right now, like with all of the stuff that's just been going on in the prison, having her parents back together but separate. Like, you know,
Does she
Well, I
gain,
what's going on
assume-
in her
some
mind?
insight into her soul?
Yes, yes. Insight into the soul.
Yeah. Can you roll an
Well,
insight on yourself?
well, I think she is a little freaked out with the signs of like rage that she's been exhibiting since even before. Like I mean I've been hinting at this since before even Nando's joined our group. Um and she's wondering, she doesn't know why, because she wasn't like this when she was a halfling. She doesn't know if it's some kind of experience related to her being in a new body, if there might be still some remnants of soul, that person's soul left in there somewhere, or if it's just the new body in general, or if it's maybe something to do with her powers developing. So she's really worried about that, more imminently worried about that. And then in the back of her mind, she's a little bit worried about the whole love quad thing going on out there. But she's kind of hoping that they can all work it out amicably, and she knows that they're all consenting adults, and she's not super worried about it now that everything's out in the open. Secretly, I think she just wants this like big happy family thing going on. And yeah, I think she's a little bit worried about Sal too.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of and then she kind of like strains up, and if like Flight's kind of knocked out, she'll go, just let him sleep for a little bit, and then if that's actually what happens, that's my headcanon.
He'll be like in and out of like what's the word for it? Like he'll be in
Trance?
and out of not exactly a trance, but he'll be his awareness seems to be a little bit on the kind of lesser side of it. He's a bit of I'm tripping on my words today. I don't know what it is.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah, he doesn't seem terribly conscientious of everything. He actually, if anything, seems a little bit more relaxed than he has for a while.
Because her parents are back together again.
Mm-hmm.
And his not murderer father is out of prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Bree kind of murmurs to you, or says quietly to you at one point, I think everything's gonna be okay now.
What?
Like just loud enough for him to hear, or
Yeah.
you kind of see his ear twitch. You kind of see his ear twitch at that a little bit, and he just kind of takes another deep heaving breath at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we just kind of spend the rest of the time in amicable silence.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Oh, yeah.
so do I get a short rest at this point?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think everyone can take a
Cool.
short rest in this trip. Nothing's too
Awesome.
exhausting. So Ample, yeah, you and the Ceramorphs go down to the middle deck and in through the door. The gross door. And now you guys are separate. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back here. Actually, Dredavex, you should probably stay in the other room, but just listen in case something happens. All right, I'll tune into him, and then you're gonna focus him on different stuff, and we'll just see what we can get.
Yeah. You tell me later what you get from him.
Okay. All right.
I'll just talk to him.
Okay, let me get my finger right on his pulse and his mental pulse. That is.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
All right.
You see him like do the
You're
two
the
fingers-
you're the
you see him,
expert
like do the you see him do the 2-finger thing on his temples.
on his own temple.
Yeah, instead of. That's funny.
I don't think you should be using your thumb. I think your thumb has a mental pulse.
You think my thumb's mental pulse is gonna get in the way?
Maybe, I don't know.
No,
How does
you're
it
right.
work?
We want a clean slate. We don't want any interfering factors.
No interference.
No, you're right. You're right. All right, thumbs out, and pinkies out. Just the fingers. And okay, I think I've got. Yeah.
So once in the room, Ample will do his best while looking like the tiefling woman to kind of shuffle him awake, but then pretend to be unconscious when he wakes up. Does that make sense? Like, you know, she's kind of waiting for him to wake up on his own, but he's taking too long, so she kind of like nudges him a bit, and then that doesn't wake him up, and then she like that doesn't wake him up, then she like kicks him in the shoulder, and then like as he kind of groans awake, she like pretends to be asleep. Pretends to be unconscious.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, he comes to. Oh my. What the? Did we die? Oh my god. Avarice!
Oh.
Avarice, we're dead!
Oh, what? What? What?
I thought the afterlife would be brighter and less veiny. Oh, gross.
Oh, is that a butthole?
It must be. I think it's. Oh, he wasn't even in the thing.
Are we inside a giant creature right now? Where
oh
are
my
we?
god, Avarice, did we get swallowed? Is this a snow worm? Oh my god.
This is not what I had in mind for today.
What did you have in mind? I thought we were going to the waterfall. What happened?
That was my plan. It was foolproof. We had those gargoyles ready and everything. If only those damn Omen Seekers didn't show up.
God, the freaking Omen Seekers. Is that who's to blame? Ugh.
That's what they call themselves.
God, and they got us tied up. Are you tied up too? Dang it.
That's a good point. She flips her hands behind her back and pretends she's tied up.
Okay. God.
She says, "Look, I don't have much energy left right now, but if we bide our time, I think I might be able to get us out of here. But just in case we get separated, you need to tell me where that waterfall is and how to get to the city."
Oh.
Like, I want us to get there, and I want to get us out of here, but who knows where we are?
Yeah, it's true. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know how to tell you where it is. It's just like I can see it. And like if I'm there, I can go. Look, I know that you're one with Levistus. I know that you can be trusted. I need to
Praise Levistus.
praise Levistus. Look, okay, how do I even tell it to you? I mean,
Look, maybe you can tell me how you got there in the first place. Like what? How did you find it? What were you looking for?
well, Levistus, we went over this before.
Oh, must have been hit in the head really hard, and forgotten.
Nice save.
Give me a
Levistus-
deception, but with advantage, because
yeah.
you are her, and he is totally on your side.
Heck yeah. She'll say, Levistus, help me, as she rubs her. Oh no, she doesn't rub her temples because her hands are behind her back.
Yeah. She pulls her hands out and then puts them away.
Yeah, and then puts it back. Heck yeah.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, my head hurts too. Holy freaking. Oh my god, these guys are some trouble. Look, okay,
Hmm.
like, let's go over it again before they come in.
Yeah, one more
Like,
time.
We just one more time, at least until we get our heads hit again, and we'll have to regroup. Okay, look, Levistus saved me. You know, I went to just see if those frost giants had any knowledge of these relics and this magic going on. You know, for the Brotherhood, and
Hmm.
well, they didn't. Whatever happened, I didn't make them very happy, and so
Hmm.
they blasted me. I almost froze to death. Levistus saved me and said to go to this waterfall. We found out this was before it was all frozen. Now,
Hmm.
then I mean, the waterfall leads into the caves. Now, it's north. I know it's
The-
north. It's hard to say. The whole freaking glacier is the same, but
Hmm.
I mean, I guess a river would probably lead to it from the sea of moving ice. I remember that. But we went inside, and that's. I mean, it was me and this friend of mine, this acquaintance. I had hired her to show me around town, and we went into this epic cave. It went on for miles until we got to this lodge chamber, and you know, the words just came to me through my. I thought I could say this more eloquently, but it just came into my head, you know, and I knew what to say when I needed to say it. I had
a
her
miracle
help
from
it.
Levistus himself.
Oh yeah. He was Levistus take the wheel is what I always say.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you should say that too.
WWLD.
We should make that a thing.
Mm.
But no, yeah, and then you know we called them we got him here, and then frickin' everything
And that's
froze
where you
over.
found him?
Yeah, I mean, he appeared in front of us, but he was in this big old ice cube. And, I mean, we were gonna hack him out of there, but then the whole cave started shaking. We had to run out. And then soon after that, everything was frozen. The winter got worse, and the sun stopped coming up.
So that must have been around 2 years ago then.
That sounds about, I mean, time, on top of being an illusion, is just hard to tell when you're in prison and you don't. I mean, I guess if the sun stopped coming out, it's probably hard for everybody. But that sounds right. It was a while ago.
What happened to your friend?
Well, you know, when we were at the Frost Giant place, before I got blasted, we got into an argument. She fell over and, like, unleashed these freaking invisible monsters after her. And so it was just not advantageous to hang around. And so I kind of went a different way than her. Kind of just left in the middle of the night.
Went out for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, wow, that's super interesting. If we can find her, she might have interesting information for us. Okay. It seems like he's pretty hesitant to give details about her, but I'm pretty confident that he would have thought about her name at some point during that.
You would know
Sure.
that the friend that he's referring to is V, Bree's mentor.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bree has
Gotcha.
probably brought it up before, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been brought up in front of him.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Is there anything else you guys think we need to get from this guy? Because I'm pretty sure he just thought through the whole process of getting into that cave. So we've got what we need. Yeah, no. He was, his only resource was that information, was the trail to get back into the cave. Now that we have that, Bree can do it, right? Because she's the prophesied one to lead us into the cave. So now that we have a map and we have the leader, we're golden. So Ample's going to stand up, take his arms out from behind his back. His face is going to dissolve into the face of Ample Derriere, and he's going to walk out the room.
This guy's self.
He's going to walk out of the room through the butthole door. It'll close behind him and lock. It can lock.
Everest.
Otherwise, I'll make sure he stays in there.
What the fuck? And I guess no one's there to witness this, so he's gonna stop talking out loud.
Oh, Alex, are you frozen? Everyone's frozen. Did I lose internet?
You've lost internet, buddy.
No, he can't have lost internet. We're still connected.
Because we can still hear him.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I mean,
yeah,
that
he
was the
kinda
option he
talking over you
pitched.
there. Oh,
That's
he's
funny.
gone.
Oh no,
Are we
Yeah,
good?
he's back.
his icon's back.
Maybe he's having the same thing that I had happen, where his mic has switched to like his video camera mic or something like that, and he can't hear anyone.
Maybe. Although he said froze,
Or
I
he's
think
back.
no one was moving for him. Well, whatever. He's gone now. We'll hear from him when he comes back. Let's jump to a different area. Is Dr. Lazarus doing anything?
I've used that bless spell. I'm only myself.
Bless spell?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
take magic initiate?
Yes. It's how I gave Steven his old magic back. Slightly. He doesn't get all his magic back, but he has divine magic again.
And I guess so. We should clarify that Avarice leaves that room, and he's like, "Oh, Avarice!" And then a couple of seconds later, the Ceramorph just kind of waddles past him, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, because he was still in the room.
He was still there the whole time. Yeah.
Like, well,
That's
that's
funny.
awkward. I'm gonna leave.
So Flight and Bree, what are you guys doing?
After that hour of our short rest passes, Flight's gonna stand up. Just gonna kind of lean back against the wall and gonna take another deep sigh. So what now, huh?
Well, we need to go to that waterfall. Can you figure out where it is first? I don't know how I'm supposed to like lead us there. I don't know where it is. I've just seen visions of it.
And Crest isn't quite out of the woods yet, with Nair still out and about, and that and his reputation
yeah.
that he's garnered in 10 towns for whatever it was that Nair pinned on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
That too. Oh, you're back. Hey.
That was funny. Yeah, you're like, you asked, did I lose internet? And we could all still hear you.
Yeah, we heard
Wow.
your entire thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Everything just stopped moving.
Discord sometimes just glitches out.
I think
Yeah.
this is a job for the time team. Everything.
Boy, you're never letting me live that down, are you?
No,
My
no.
God, we're all time sick.
It's a
What is
it's a communal
happening?
joke. It's not even.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The time team.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me for interrupting.
No worries.
That
Okay.
is
Yeah.
fine.
Sorry. Flight. Is that you were saying something? You
Yeah,
and Bree were talking.
Flight's gonna just kind of like kind of look towards the door again, and he'll actually step out of it. And I'm guessing that's when Sklarg scurries in.
Yeah, Sklarg just immediately, like, as soon as it starts to open up, he just zips through, scans the room, goes directly over to Bree, starts
Just
gagging
imagine
at the
through his
smell of
eyesight,
gasoline.
there's like a homing beacon, like just like the.
Yeah, it's like a
Just
predator
Bree.
or a Terminator.
Yeah.
Like, you see just Bree, question mark, Bree, question mark. Then you align with
Yep.
the silhouette that it expects, and it's like beep, 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 beep.
Uh-huh.
Heads directly
Yep.
towards you.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you've got a Sklard.
Yep, I'm
as
ready
per
to
usual.
accept the incoming Sklarg. Yep.
And, then,
And sorry,
before
Flight,
he
you-
steps out. Before he
Yeah.
steps out, Flight looks over to Bree and says, he still looks really tired, but I don't know how much that helped. Did it help? Do you think?
Maybe once I get more of the hang of it, I think. Maybe.
Flight kind of
Not
just
quite your
rubs
thoughts.
rubs his chin a little. Maybe if you have a better idea of what it is that's going on with you at the moment. I
Yeah.
wonder if, V's sister. I can't remember her name. At this point.
Furnace?
Ravison is V's sister.
Ravison. Whoops.
Yeah, Ravison. Maybe Ravison knows something.
Yeah, maybe we'll ask her the next time we see her. Anyways, it's not the top priority right now. We should probably focus on, well, I guess we don't need to, yeah, we'll worry about it later. Let's not worry about it right now. Other more pressing things.
Here.
Flight will step through the door.
And is Bree hanging out in the back room with Sglard? Or
No, she'll
coming
step
with-
out too. I'm just mid-threading needle and cannot move
No,
my character at the
no
moment.
worries.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay, so you follow Flight out. Slower, because Glarg is wrapping around your feet. So Flight enters the main room. Almost everyone is there except for Ample and Prisoner 237 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Has Sal
and
been
Dr.
healed
Lazarus.
yet?
Has what?
Has Sal been healed yet?
She's at 1. She's not 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna go and start healing Sal.
Oh, thank you. So okay, hang on. While you're doing that, tell me about your boyfriend. You brought that up earlier, and tell me everything.
I mean, yeah, just to distract you at the time, but yeah, I have one of those now. But let me take care of your wounds first. Let me do that first.
All right. All right.
And she'll cast, I guess, Cure Wounds on her. How I can roll a medicine check. How bad does she look?
I mean, she was at 0. She's at 1 out of 33.
Yeah, but I don't know how much HP she has, so I kind of want to
bad.
know what level of spell.
Out of 33.
Okay, cool. I will use a second level to at least kind of get her up there. Let me scroll back.
And so while you're doing that, Flight, what are you doing?
That's kind of how do Melody and Crest look?
I mean, Crest, that's hard to explain. I mean, they're both excited that they're together again. It's kind of awkward after the conversation that they had, and Crest is kind of looking over at Bryn. Actually, I mean, I guess she's probably introducing Bryn to Crest at the moment, and maybe they're shaking hands awkwardly. I guess they're standing around kind of awkwardly avoiding eye contact with each other.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just saying polyamory is a thing. It's a thing.
Absolutely. I was just thinking about the show Sense8. There's a couple in that who looks like the wife is gonna cheat on the husband, and then it turns into like a polyamorous, healthy relationship. It's really good.
Yes.
I do need to see Sense8.
Oh, dude, it's brilliant.
The Wachowskis,
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, Flight will come upon Crest, and he'll just kind of like come up between the two of them. Getting caught up, huh? And he'll smile at Crest.
Look, yeah, no, I can't blame your mother. I mean, I was in there for a long time, and when you're around someone for so long, it, you can grow a bond, you
That's
know?
a question, actually. How long
And
have you been
Wendy
in prison?
or Melody rolls her eyes at that.
That's a question, actually. How long were you in that prison?
Oh, I mean, okay, hang on. We've stated specific time frames for stuff. Let me think about this.
Also, what is the Tabaxi's definition of monogamy? Like, what does their marriage contract look like
Yeah.
if they have one?
I don't believe. Well, I never specified one. It was actually for them. It was actually kind of impromptu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was in prison. If that happened, then I think a year and a half can make sense. And if not, make room for me to change that. But I think about a year and a half makes sense.
Okay, well, we'll say that's Crest's estimate.
Yeah, it's hard. He's not going to make that same comment. Okay, yeah, about a year and a half. Ah, shoot. It's been a while. A lot of things have changed. It's gotten colder, and I'm sure Nerth is. I don't know. He's probably looking to get back to Waterdeep. I don't know what he's still doing out here.
Crest kind
Whoever.
of Flight kind of cocks an eyebrow and tilts his head at that. Get back to Waterdeep. Why would he's the speaker of Targos?
Oh God, he's still. No, well, yeah. Well, I was telling your friends here that that's not Nerth. That's not the Nerth that I know. Nerth was a high-ranking official in Waterdeep, and he saw a little bit too much. There's doppelgangers taking over everyone in the government, and we sent him up here. I brought him up here to protect him, and I didn't do a good enough job. We were separated. I went to check on some other people. When I came back, totally different guy. Doesn't look anything like Nerth. Didn't remember anything we talked about on the way up. And as soon as he found out that I was onto him, he had me locked up.
Wait. So as Crest starts explaining this, Flight's expression starts to kind of grow more and more grave. So wait, hold on. Did he? You said he was a different person. Did he look different, or he just acted different?
Both. Both.
Flight kind of.
So he's not a doppelganger? He just looks like he's a completely different person?
Well, Nerth.
It could be both.
The Nerth that I met was not a doppelganger.
As far as you're aware.
Well,
Ample says walking in. As far as you're aware.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. You enter, and then coming up behind you is the Ceramorph, like, oh yeah, dude, I got all the good stuff. I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, and then Flight's just kind of he's just kind of thinking for a minute.
Oops.
And he kind of looks back at Crest. That's actually a thought. What if he was a doppelganger? We don't have any proof, but what if he was?
Well, that adds a lot of confusion to the mess, buddy. Maybe that was the whole problem up there. You think, yeah, maybe they swapped him out to begin with? But then, why would he change the way he looks? He already had an in. I mean, I guess I was the only one.
That's a good question. I think it makes more sense that you came up with the real Nerth. Nerth got in with the wrong people. They killed him and took his identity to become the Speaker of Targos.
Don't know.
He was a nobleman who came to take over the land of Targos. He was the perfect target for that.
He he didn't. But Crest said he was coming up here for protection. He was already a high-ranking official in Waterdeep. Why would he want a position in Targos?
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
must
he
have
did.
happened
I
before
think they
then.
wanted. I think they wanted a position in Targos, and they saw this nobleman who they could use the reputation of to install himself as the speaker. So they killed him and put who they wanted in charge, which was this person who claims to be Nath but looks different.
Flight just kind of scratches at the side of his head. Everything still doesn't add up though. If he wanted to disguise himself as Nerth, why look different than him?
I think we need to ask him.
Flight kind of looked to the side for a second. Then you kind of see his eyes widen a little bit. What if we didn't have to?
What do you mean?
He looks over at Bree. Bree, do you remember that temple where you met Ravison?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you remember the mirror there?
Yes.
Normally it only works under the light of the full moon, but Ravison was able to cast a spell that was able to emulate the moonlight, and it was able to work under those conditions. What if we went to that temple and asked it to look at Nerth?
That's true. We could do that. I think we'd probably have to stop and pick up Ravison though, because I don't
take us a while
have
to get there.
access to that spell yet. I don't.
It's a druid
think.
spell, actually.
I think
Yeah, but I
you just have to
don't-
rest.
yeah,
She doesn't
but
have
what-
anything.
You just have to prepare it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying or trying to say is I don't think I have access to it yet, as in I don't think I'm a high enough level to have access to it
No,
yet.
that's
'cause
only
I
a
haven't
second level
seen it.
spell.
Quite a low level spell.
Is it? Oh,
yeah,
Moonbeam.
I think you
don't have
Oh, okay.
access.
I do. So yes, I can do that. Yeah.
It would at the very least, confirm whether that person is Nerth Maxildinar, the original, or not, and if the original Maxildinar is still within scrying range.
Yeah, maybe I should just take Moonbeam as like a permanently stocked spell from now on.
I mean, you don't need to make it permanent if we're only going there once.
No, and she kind of side eyes you, but there's a lot of doppelgangers running around. And it might be handy to have on deck.
He pulls at the collar of the tiefling woman's clothes that he's still wearing.
Also, give her clothes back.
Oh yeah,
Why are
she's
you wearing that?
she's covered up in a
actually-
blanket.
Yeah, Flight actually looks at... Yep, why are you wearing that?
Good question, Flight. I think we need to put all cards on the table. Where's the doc?
Flight will... Flight... I can go find him. And he'll just go about the ship trying to look for...
I think we all need to talk, yeah.
Yeah, I think we do. You owe me a story.
And so they go
Fair
look
enough.
for
Flight
Dr.
actually kind of
Lazarus.
cocks his eyebrow at that comment, but yeah, Flight will go look for Dr. Lazarus.
Although
And
he
I think
may
Tom
have
is
to have stepped away.
gone.
Yeah.
No worries. Ample can tell his story first, and hopefully once that's over, the doc will be
We can
back.
just say that, well, yeah, and Dr. Lazarus already knows the story, so
Exactly.
we can just say that Flight retrieved him, and he just Dr. Lazarus is just in on this on this part of the conversation, and whenever Tom gets back, he'll just jump back in.
Okay.
So once Flight is back, and Bree's there, and all our allies are around, Ample will say, looking at Flight first, he says, Flight, you're the last one left to find out, but I want to make it clear to all of you, and he turns to look at Bree, the doc, and then everyone else.
Comes back just in time.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I didn't deceive you maliciously. I got caught in an awkward situation that I didn't want to explain. But you deserve the truth, all of you. And he changes his form as an action to the form of a 40-something-year-old faceless man with a kind of 1950s haircut, like salt and brown sugar hair.
Salt and brown sugar.
Yep. And yeah, he's literally faceless from the forehead to the chin. It's just flat and skin. He has ears. I've decided he has ears, but he doesn't have eyes, nose, or a mouth.
And there's no contours to eye sockets. It's just flat all the way across, right?
Just flat all the way across. Yeah.
This is reminding me of that Doctor Who
It's
monster
definitely
that
magical.
steals faces. What was that Doctor Who monster that steals faces?
Cool.
Does anybody else watch Doctor Who?
Some, but not all.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'll think of it later. It'll come to me later.
Yeah, there's
Anyways,
a
it's
face-stealing
absolutely
demon in
terrifying.
Avatar as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quick, which doctor deals with it?
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've rewatched the series. But it would have
Yeah.
been new Doctor Who, not old Doctor Who.
I stopped after Matt Smith.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I have feelings. I
Flight,
have thoughts and opinions.
Flight kind of hangs his mouth open a little. I thought something
yeah.
was off.
First of all, no, he doesn't need to talk in that voice. I think I tried to put on a bit of a New York accent after I was picking up some accents from who was the character with the Jersey accent? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you do those accents very well, and you throw them in. I can't remember the NPCs who have the New York accent, but I'm pretty sure there's one of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I think I was trying to do a bit of that, but it doesn't matter. He has a deeper, gruff voice. What am I talking about? Let me get back into it. Yeah. He says, I'm not a doppelganger. First of all, I'm not a doppelganger. I'm a man who I chose this for myself. Suffice it to say, I chose this for myself. Long story short. I want you to know that I've had your best interests at heart throughout this entire thing, and he's going to change his face again to look like Dimitri. I think Flight would recognize Dimitri, but not
yes, he would.
Bree. Yeah. And he looks back to Flight and he says, in Dimitri's voice, I was with you before. I couldn't say anything then. Or I didn't say anything then because I didn't know if I could trust you. But I trust you now. And he changes back to the faceless man. And he says, Ample Derriere was never supposed to be around for long. He was only supposed to exist for that one meeting with the speaker of, I always forget her name.
Oh,
Duvessa Shane, thank you. Yeah, Duvessa. Okay. He was only supposed to exist for that meeting with Duvessa Shane, and then the doc walked in and saw me, and then Duvessa suggested I go with you, and then I was with you, and then I was kind of stuck as Ample Derriere for a time, but
You mean you chose the name Ample Derriere for yourself? This is the most unbelievable part of this whole story, that
That
I put
anyone would
something right.
believe that there would be a man out there named Ample Derriere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all those
I've
others
learned-
names he kept mentioning.
That's right.
His
Yeah,
grandparents.
his dad, Flat Derriere. His grandmother, Badonkadonk Derriere. No, that was his great-great-grandmother, I think. It doesn't matter.
Grandmama Donkadonk.
Yeah. I'll get the Google page up. It doesn't matter. I learned a long time ago that you can play into people's perceptions, people's assumptions, to get away with a lot. You can be places where you're not supposed to be just by acting like you're supposed to be there. You can get away with annoying people because they think you're someone important, and if they get in your face, that they're going to be taken down. Like, no lower class citizen has ever stood up to a nobleman and lived to tell the tale. At least not where I come from. Where either they're disappeared, they're killed, or their entire life is destroyed around them. That's the kind of justice the noble people of my world bring. So I use that kind of passive intimidation to get away with a lot. That's what Ample is good for. He's not, however, good for helping teams and being cohesive to a unit of people like this. So if it's all the same to you guys, I might spend less and less time as Ample Derriere.
No, I mean,
And only bring him out when I need him.
Yeah, I mean, be yourself. I'd rather you be yourself. But can we go back to some phrasing? Are we still saying phrasing? You said your world. Are you
Yeah.
not from? Are you like them? And I point to the Sarah Morris, or you're from.
I meant my Icewind Dale is a world of its own, really, and Waterdeep the same. I guess I should be more specific in a universe with multiple planes of existence. That's my bad. But yeah, suffice it to say, I meant the city of Waterdeep is you've never seen anything like it.
I actually have. I've been there.
It's a whole other beast. Yeah, wow. Then you understand that it's not just a city. It's not just a capital. It's a capital, right? Waterdeep is the capital of, or is that Winter?
I don't think it's
Neverwinter. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's a capital, but it is. But it is
Sure.
it is a major port.
A major, yeah. It's not just a city. It's a living thing with, that breathes and is sometimes in pain, and it's a wonderful place. It's my home.
It's not called the City of Splendors for nothing.
There you go.
What were you saying, Doctor?
Ample, if I may. What is your goal then? Everybody has a goal. You are who you say you are now. What is? I'm here
to protect my home. Much like you guys. There's a conspiracy. There are some Waterdeep nobles who have been acting strangely recently, and not obvious enough that the public see it, but anyone with a nose for news can see it. And I got too close, and somebody tried to kill me. Actually, some peoples tried to kill me, and I had to get out of Dodge.
You see Flight just kind of look over at Creston as you say that.
No, yeah, man, you should have come to the Harpers. Maybe not. We don't have it under control like we thought we did.
And I thought if I was gonna have to escape the city, like, I didn't want to. To be honest, I wanted to stay and crack the story open, but my editor told me I had to leave. His insurance wouldn't cover it. So I had to hand in my pen and my press badge, and I left the city. And I was supposed to be on 2 weeks suspension with pay, and I decided to come up here instead and keep following the story and crack this thing wide open, because I knew that a bunch of those nobles had been meeting with somebody, and that somebody had been sent up to Icewind Dale. So I followed that trail, and it led me here, and it led me to you guys, and then it led me away from you guys for a while, and then back to you guys. And I think it has led me all the way to this mystery Nerth, this fake Nerth.
Right, well.
So, what should we call you? What's your actual name?
My apologies. Bree, may I introduce myself? I am Scoops McCoy, private investigator. Private investigative journalist.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Scoops. I'm not... Man, you have a talent for names. Truly, you have a talent for names.
Praise my parents, please.
How did your parents know you were going to be a reporter? To name you Scoops.
Just one of those mysteries of the universe, I guess. One of those questions we're never going to get the answer to.
It's probably like a self-fulfilling prophecy type of deal.
She gets it.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't imagine if someone made me put down my pen. That's horrible.
You right?
Oh, I dabble. I like the paper more than the writing, but I mean, wood's kind of my thing.
Yeah. Names are powerful things.
Sorry, she just goes to not being in the conversation.
Oh, good. She helped me, actually. That's great.
Who did?
She did that. I forget her name. Sal.
Sal.
Yeah, Sal helped me. Yeah.
We'll say her full name is Saliva.
No, not gonna let you do her dirty like that.
Saliva. Maybe Saliva.
She used to be a player. Nope, not gonna happen.
I'll message her separately. Hey, can your name be Saliva? She'll say no, but
yeah.
no, you're right.
Is she ever coming back?
I don't know. I should message her. I mean, she had her school thing. I think that happened. So I mean, maybe.
Yeah, she was doing like her masters or something. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Scoops. Your parents
but,
named you Scoops. That's what we're
at. Apparently.
Yeah.
He says, but now that I don't need to hide myself from you, I think I could be a lot more useful to you, with you knowing what I can do. I've been trying to use my skills to help us as much as possible, but I understand now that I never should have tried to do that alone. I should have been able to trust you from the start, but I mean, it just goes to show, like, you don't know who could be who. And he's thinking of the doppelgangers, but it's obvious that it could also mean himself, and I don't know if he realizes that in the moment.
Flight kind
Uh,
of just Flight kind of just lifts up his hand. It's only natural to mistrust someone you don't know. I'd say I have experienced that kind of thing many times before. And
Yes, he has.
I like to think of myself as a decent judge of character. And I'd say somebody who recognized the injustice done to everyone here, who recognized the injustice done to my father, at the very least. I'd say that's worthy of my trust, regardless of what you are.
You see him very visibly relaxed. His adrenaline and heart rate have been up this conversation because he didn't know if he would be accepted. But your acceptance has relaxed him a lot.
Flight actually kind of walks up to you and kind of pats you on the shoulder. Take it easy.
Well, I've known
Thanks.
for like a week.
Yeah. Thanks, Doc, for keeping it confidential.
Yeah, I've suspected for a bit. I
have
think probably ever since I heard the name Ample Derriere, because there was no way. There was no way.
Well, here's the
Right.
question then. Whose face are you wearing? And if people ask, well, what happened to Ample? What happened to Ample?
Do you think anyone actually cares what happens to Ample?
I think.
Ouch. I mean, he's still. I mean, it's not actually him, but he's still standing right here, Flight.
And he turns back to Ample Derriere and he says, "No, Flight's absolutely right. I designed this character to be the least, the person you would least want to be around for the shortest amount of time. That's his whole shtick. I think I'm gonna have to stick with this face while we're in Bryn Shander. But when we're outside of Bryn Shander, depending on who we're with, I will pick and choose as becomes necessary. I have a few favorites that I cycle through, like common person, old mate, fuck, I forget his name now. The
Dimitri.
guy that you guys started with, Dimitri, thank you. He turns to Dimitri's face. Dimitri's face is good for, like, he's a kind, grandfatherly type. So he's good for getting people to trust him. Ample's good for getting people to just let him do whatever he wants. There's a commoner person, a commoner woman who's just like a mousy middle-aged woman who can just kind of be in places and no one will pay attention to her. So like those kind of things. So he shows you and says like, if you guys think that we need these kind of people in different situations, let me know and I'll be happy to step into that role.
That must do a number on your mind.
It was tough to get used to at first. But once I let go of the idea of oneself being specifically one thing or another, it got easier. Like we as people are constantly changing. Change may be the only constant we ever have in this multiverse. But so once you realize that we ourselves are constantly changing, and therefore we have never been one thing or another, or we have always been one thing and another, it's easy to change. It's easy to differ yourself from what you were a second ago.
Fair enough.
So am I missing on an out of character level? Am I missing something? Who is Dimitri? Is this from the game that I was gone? Or Ando, have you played with everyone before?
So what
was
happened?
A
Oh,
former player character.
yeah.
So,
so
here,
like,
I'll
like
give you the
someone
insight.
else?
So we
Okay.
started with
Absolutely.
a guy
Go
named
behind the
Dimitri
screen.
who was a doppelganger as well, and then when Ando came in,
Cool.
like it had never been revealed, so I was like, if you're gonna be a doppelganger type dude, maybe that's part of it, and we kind
That's
of
a really good
incorporated that.
tie-in. That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Actually, didn't know he
this
was
original
changing either.
character was supposed to be a doppelganger. So maybe
Very
you could
cool.
be that same person. I was like, fuck yes, that sounds awesome.
Here's another thing that you can take credit for now. You
Hmm.
technically built the cart.
There
Dimitri
you
built
go.
the cart. Dimitri built the cart that we've been traveling on this entire time.
That's really cool to know, and I'll get back to
Fantastic.
you. Maybe there's a secret compartment somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, you never knew. Yeah, just he
There's some
punches
secret
some, he
whiskey in the
fonzes it.
cart. There's
What'd
some
you say?
There's some secret whiskey in the cart somewhere.
Yeah, something like that.
There's a liquor
That'll pull
stash.
out.
Or like
Yeah.
a magnifying glass or something like detective related.
There's a secret typewriter somewhere in
Oh,
the cart.
no, it's a compass that points directly to the waterfall.
Yo,
Mm.
okay, I have to
Ooh,
draw
yeah,
the
yeah.
line. It was there the whole time. The MacGuffin.
Where are
Anyway,
we
so
going?
yeah, good question. I was going to say.
Where we be going this whole time?
You've been going around in circles
circling
this whole
around?
time.
But Flight has suggested that we go to Ravisson's temple.
To check up on you.
To spy on
Okay.
Neth. I think.
Can we talk out? Sorry. Can we talk out where the location of the waterfall is, just so that we can
I was just gonna bring
coordinate
that
a little
up.
bit?
Oh
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dread of
Because like if it's on the way, then
yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
But I believe we have a bit of a time crunch to consider with the attack coming up. How far away is that?
It's 1, 2, 3,
We
4,
have to be
5,
there.
7 days.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Still
7 days
7 days.
away.
Oh yeah, it's still the same day. It's been the
Oh
same day
my
for like
God.
3
Isn't it
sessions now.
yeah.
3 or 4 sessions.
It
Yeah,
feels
I
like
mean,
so
out of
much
day.
longer.
So Ample will say, anyway, enough about me. To answer your original question, Flight, I am dressed like this because I just had an interesting conversation with our friend 237. And Dredovex, do you want to tell us what 237 thought about while I was talking to him?
Oh, so it was so gross. He has a dirty mind. But look, beside that, okay, this is gonna sound simple for how complicated he made it. But apparently there's a stream that runs away from the waterfall, and if you follow it, it should lead you to the base of the glacier where the waterfall is. Now, once inside, it kind of snakes around. I saw images of this gross-looking knoll. I saw huge stalagmites of ice. I saw like old pieces of a city. I just say watch out. There's a bunch of critters running around in that cave. But
he said that it was collapsing after them. Do you have any information about how collapsed it was? Like,
well, I never
did he
saw
see?
it fully fall apart, or nothing caved in. It just was shaking. There was an epic earthquake going on.
Bree
That's good.
describes some of the distinct architectural styles that they witnessed in the tower part that they had been in, and asked if any of that seems familiar from what they saw of the old town there.
Yeah, almost exactly, except like the facing upwards. But yeah, almost exactly what you've just described.
I wonder if that they'll have one of those power sources there, and she looks at Dr. Lazarus as she says that.
It sounds like we need to go then.
Yeah, we do, but I agree that we should try to do the Nair thing as well. Let's just see where everything is on the map, and she'll like pull out the group's map from wherever we've been keeping it.
I told you guys that Nerf skipped town, right?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. We don't know exactly where Nerf is, and for all we know, we could cast that magic and look at a completely different person. I think we need to find out
Moonbeam will help
who.
with that too.
I think we need to spend a little bit more time investigating Nath, and now that we know that he's a fake person, we can investigate who the real person is. And I think if we find that out, that name could lead us to his whereabouts by looking at him.
Well,
So I think that's a
Alex,
great plan, brilliant plan. I just don't think we have enough information.
well, Alex, if I cast Moonbeam on the pool, will that transfer through to the person that we're looking at for the Moonbeam properties?
No. I
No?
don't think.
Okay.
It's not like a portal that passes stuff through.
Fair
It's just a visual thing.
It's a scrying
Oh,
mirror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice trick. Yeah.
That would
I
be
just
cool,
wasn't
though.
sure if shining the Moonbeam on like the active reflection of someone would change
That's
those
very cool.
properties, but that's a completely fair answer. That's just where because like I know it's a scry mirror, it's not the actual person. That's where my
Right.
thought process was at.
It would have been cool.
Also,
Yeah.
Well, at the very
Also,
least,
just-
it would eliminate the question of whether he's alive or dead.
We could see a cool body.
You guys want to see a body?
I think our most pressing concern right now is the waterfall. It's clear that we're not the only one. We're not the only people who know about this place. And if there's something that we could use to end this winter, we need to get there first. And we've only got 7 days until the attack on Bryn Shander, so we need to do it fast. If we delay because of Nath, because of my problems, and this winter never ends, I couldn't live with myself.
They're not just your problems, and I feel like Nerth ties into the bigger picture here. I agree with you. I think we need to go to the waterfall first, but I think maybe on the way we could maybe set someone up to do a bit more research. One of our, like maybe Ravison or someone could do some digging, on Nerth.
I might be able to.
When we get back.
Absolutely. Yeah. I might be able to get my background featuring on this, which is researcher. So if I don't know a piece of information, I know who can get it for me. So
Ravison's temple is just outside of Lonelywood.
But Radisson's is currently in
Bryn Shander.
Yeah. She's back at Dr. L's house.
So between Bree and Scoops, they devised the cleverest person to go after that information while we are heading to the waterfall. How do you intend to notify them?
Who are you talking to?
Bree.
Notify who?
Radisson, perhaps, if she's the best person to go after that Neth research, or maybe the one-eyed spellcaster.
I think she would probably. I mean, she's just someone that I trust. There could be another person.
Yeah, I think the wizard lady with the one eye and the kobolds.
Sending?
I don't think she knows.
Actually, I think
have to ask her.
isn't she here with us? Isn't she?
Yeah, Valen's here.
Yeah.
She's with us.
No, you left her at the prison.
Oh, we
Oh,
did.
did we?
Oh, we totally left her at the prison. We
Yeah,
never
she's with the bugbears at the hospital.
Whoops. I mean,
Oh, yeah, 'cause she was
we had
sleeping,
parted
that's
ways
right.
At that point, we had parted ways
Yeah.
at that point. It's
Yeah, she wasn't
fine.
with you before. You just kind of crossed paths. So yeah, I
tried to
didn't
track
assume
this
you were with
down.
you.
Yeah, so
Like,
she's in
stalker.
the completely wrong area to be dealing with doing research anyways. I think probably someone in Bryn Shander is better. choice.
I worry. I can't go to Bryn Shander.
Mm.
I don't know who of you were seen or opposed the
Oh.
prison. That might be a problem too.
You ever run
The
a bar?
the alcohol will help us track him down.
The
Bree, if you
alcohol?
can find out where they are making that mushroom beer,
We actually
That's
know
when
when making that.
Oh,
We
Flight
actually
knows
know
that.
who's doing that because I gave my spores to someone to be able to make that, I think. Actually, shouldn't I be getting royalties?
You,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
reason for you to go track them down.
The Musguards
Fuck
are making
that
that at the
shit, I should
at
be
the-
getting part of the proceeds.
Yeah, the Musguards are making that at the Duergar Fortress.
Right,
and we know that Nath has been there at least once, or his people have been there at least once. That is a clue. That's a
I
lead.
wonder if that has anything to do with the other mushroom person we saw there. It was
Musga.
visiting at the same time as us.
Right, the Musguards. Right.
Yes.
Mm.
I believe we did see that. I believe we did actually see her there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lady with the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you guys called her, or she was called the Mushroom Lady, and Bree was excited that it would be related, although it was a little bit different.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are our order of events so far?
Well, really quick, did Flight's mom just say she can't go to Bryn Shander?
Well, she's afraid to go to Bryn Shander because she's running from the prison, and she knows that. And I know that. I mean, obviously they'll call it in and put word out to look for me. I feel like if I go to any of the bigger cities, that might be a problem.
Order of operation, then. It's close enough. Ah, God, I'm slipping. The Ramshackle, nearby. We get there, we can also go to the Scrying Mirror. It does give us that option, and it puts Flight's parents in a safer place. You ever ran in him before?
No. I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot. I'd
Well,
never been a security guard either, and
I had
I
a
did
kid
for-
do it. He did great.
oh, that's cool. Family business. Well, I'd hate to take over from your kid.
Oh, he's not there right
He
now.
should be at Bryn Shander
Oh,
by
boy.
now, yeah.
It should be in Bryn
Okay.
Shander where you can't be.
Well, I can sit in, sure.
Like I said, we can hit all the birds with a stone.
Mm.
If
That
we fly,
leaves- that also
if we
leaves
fly over Bryn Shander tomorrow morning, I can leave a message above.
Ooh.
That's a good plan, Doc, and I think we should think about doing that more than just over Bryn Shander. I think we could spread a message around all of 10 towns to send their fighters to Bryn Shander. They're able-bodied men, women, and any child who can swing a spear. Like, this is it.
That's actually another thing that has me worried. Actually, we don't know how much of a force we're up against tomorrow.
We will win.
I think we should assume that if Bryn Shander falls, all of 10 towns will fall. So
Well,
if
the Bryn Shander
agree.
is being targeted.
look, Oral doesn't seem like the kind of goddess to control herself and stop herself from destroying everything once she starts. I mean, she didn't just turn winter on in a little part of the Icewind Dale for 2 years. It's the whole thing.
That's what I mean.
Winter will eventually kill this place. The goblins haven't been able to find food. The orcs haven't been able to find food. I've been around a tribe of orcs. You know what happens when they get too hungry?
Start. What?
People get hunted.
Oh. Should I be worried about Halligan?
Wait, what was that?
Should I be worried
No.
about?
No.
Okay.
But the more uncivilized races will be the first to turn, and then the towns. Food is scarce. Winter will kill.
We need to have a
People,
discussion about what civilization means later, but yes, I understand what you're trying to say.
as far as I'm concerned, people are the biggest monsters in this world.
Correct.
You're not wrong.
If we don't end this winter, I'm in it for my... I'll be honest with you. I've been
Oh,
in it
except dragons. Dragons are actually the biggest monster.
fair.
Mhm.
I've
Sorry.
been in it for myself from the beginning. My family's here. I've wanted to end this winter this entire time. Ever since we started talking about it and toying with it, that's been my goal. And if it's to stand against a god, demigod, or whatever, I will do it.
Me too. My family's here too.
Mine's seeming to find its place here.
This is home. No one destroys our home.
No one deserves to have it destroyed by an uncaring god.
I've never
So,
killed a god, but
Let's
I'd like
fuck
to.
this god up.
Fuck this guy.
Yep. Okay, so order of operations, ramshackle, scrying
Waterfall.
mirror. No,
I think we should go to the
ramshackle.
waterfall first. Yeah, in my opinion.
Well,
We're bringing more people into danger that way. We should get rid of
yeah,
some
exactly.
less of our cargo of people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
ramshackle.
Ramshackle first. Excuse me. Waterfall second before the
Well, the
mirror.
temple is just outside of Lonelywood, which is where the
It's
ramshackle is.
gonna take
so-
us, especially with the ship, it won't take us very long if we're going
Yeah,
to.
it'll,
Okay.
take, it'll take us
Cool.
like less than an
Yeah.
hour
Cool,
to get
cool,
there with the ship.
Yeah.
And then
Heck yeah.
I should be close enough to put a sky message, right, Alex? For Ample's
What
message.
for Bryn Chander?
It's just a message in the sky. Anybody who can see the sky.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you'd probably want to wait till it was sunny out.
I'll
but
wait
yeah.
till it's actually bright out because I know how dark.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
10th.
Any civilization we fly over, we should try to communicate with them.
For also, how long is how long is the flight to Lonelywood gonna take from where we are in the tundra at this point?
23 miles, so 4 hours.
Okay, I would like to take a sleep for as long as possible before we get there.
For
Free.
sure.
Can you
Because flight is beat.
Can you cast Moonbeam right now?
No, she needs to prepare. It
I can't. I need to. No, I need to have a bit of a rest first.
So we're in it for going to Lonelywood and pack and going to sleep for a while for the night.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I might start sleeping right now, and then if y'all could just maybe just leave me on the ship for another 4 hours.
That's what Flight's gonna do. He's really tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. While we do that, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Does anybody else see like the smash cut happening? Smash cut. Then we go here.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be back.
Me too.
fudge.
Ooh,
I'm
tasty.
instantly very jealous. What kind of fudge?
Just regular. Or, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that. There's not nuts in it, just standard chocolate fudge.
Okay, there can be like fancy types of fudge, like chocolate peanut butter fudge or like, mint chocolate fudge and
No, I can't
yeah.
do that because I'm allergic to nuts.
Oh, unfortunate.
Right, I forgot about that. But I mean
Mhm.
there are other kinds other than, stuff with nuts in it.
Yeah, I've had cherry chocolate fudge. That's actually really tasty.
You know,
Ooh.
it is November, so I can't have that kind of fudge. I made that joke at Thanksgiving, and I got some bad looks.
I didn't get the joke.
Because
Oh,
it's No Nut
I get it.
November.
I get it.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair
Oh
enough.
boy. It struck me just as you were starting to say no not for November that it was like a virginity reference, and I was like, oh, okay. Take another swig of my whiskey.
Oh man. Yeah, no, most of the old people didn't get it and it just passed over their heads, but the people younger looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, anybody under 30 should be able to get that joke.
That's funny. Okay. We still waiting. What was I feel like you guys were still talking about stuff when I stepped away. Was there more decided on?
I don't think so.
No, it was just kind of idle chatter.
You were
Yeah,
gonna
we just,
the gist is you want to go to the ramshackle, head to the elven temple, and then you're going to the waterfall.
Then the
Mhm.
waterfall, yeah.
And we have to
Yep.
get a short rest in between. We have to sleep
Long
at the
rest.
ram.
Long rest.
Oh
Long
yeah,
rest
you
for
got.
me.
Oh yeah, and Bree's gonna sleep
Here.
on the trip there, and someone's gonna carry her inside. Oh no, you're gonna sleep the rest of the time on the ship.
Yeah, or I mean, someone can try to carry me inside, but I
It'd
think
be
that would be
everyone.
very
Yeah,
hard.
no, not me.
You're on your own.
Your dad tries, but he gives up.
Yeah, I used to be able to do this. No, hang on, guys.
Yeah, I
I
remember when you were just
I
a
lifted
wee
her outside
lad.
the prison. What the heck is going on? But that's when you faked it and you jumped.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess everybody's here, so let's start doing the stuff. You guys get into the ship. Bree immediately starts to go to sleep. Is anybody doing anything during
It
that
was
trip?
Sklarg. I assume Sklarg is like a lap cat.
Yeah, he curls up next to you. Or on your lap, I guess. Oh, I'm on the measure.
Yeah. Or next to me. That's fine too.
All right, so you guys, you arrive in Lonelywood, plopping down right out into the divot that the ship left last time you were here outside the ramshackle. Fits like a glove. All right, cool. So you plop down and you guys are sleeping. So I guess everyone can take a long rest if they have not already. Or I guess you can from
Do
here.
that.
Hang on.
Actually, I have my character sheet up. I can do mine.
Oh, okay, yeah, if you hit C, you can get to your character sheet and do it, but let's take us to the ramshackle temporarily.
There we go. I'm
Let's
gonna
jump.
choose new spells.
I am no longer exhausted, and neither is Crest.
Yeah.
I will say that during the trip there, you guys, it becomes dark. It passes midnight, so you guys see the aurora pass by overhead again, and it seems brighter tonight. And then you make it to the ramshackle.
Probably because it is approaching a full moon.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Do you want to roll on it, or?
Yeah, is it
Sure,
a
what do I
full moon?
roll?
Because if it's a full moon, we should go tonight.
Well,
Yeah,
it's-
that's a good question. What would you roll? Maybe an
Probably nature.
insight, or
I would say nature, but
to look
yeah.
up at the moon.
No, no, yeah, roll an insight to know where the moon is to look at. No,
All right, 'cause
roll,
it's behind clouds and aurora. Yep.
roll. No, roll.
This is just-
roll. Sure, roll in nature. That's fine.
Yeah, I would say nature.
12. Yeah, I mean, sure. Essentially, yeah, maybe it's getting closer to the full moon. I mean, it's hard to tell with the weather going on these days. It's all kind of a mystery.
While I'm taking spells, is there any other spells that people would like me to take?
Perhaps locate object, because if I'm not mistaken, Valin's Professor Orb is also nearby in the vicinity.
Okay.
Sure.
What level is that?
Druidivex.
Oh, I see. It's level 2. Okay.
Druidivex described there being many critters in the waterfall cave, including a knoll. He said there was huge stalagmites and stuff, so maybe a spider climb would do well.
Okay. Would you rather have pass without trace or locate object flight?
Well, we're not specifically going after the Professor Orb yet, so...
Okay. Cool.
Just something
And
to keep
you were
in mind
talking
for when
about...
for just like in the air, well, while we're in the area, perhaps.
Yeah, okay. And spider climb is like...
I believe that's also second level.
Is it?
Move
No, I'm
Earth,
not
maybe.
seeing it on my spell list for second
Is that a
level.
cantrip?
No, spider climb isn't a cantrip.
No,
No,
no.
it's second
Sorry, I was
level
thinking about
spell.
Move Earth.
Spider climb.
Yeah,
Okay,
but like can do that with
it
its key points.
is
Oh,
it
fair
is
enough.
it is a second level spell, but it's limited to certain it's limited to certain druid subclasses.
Yeah, I don't have it on
Yeah,
my
I don't-
spell list, so
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well
you'd have to take the circle of the land. So
yeah. Yeah, okay, well I think I'm probably good then if no one else has any other recommendations.
Do we think we need spider climb? Because Steven can cast spider climb. I was talking, but
Oh.
you
if you can cast spider
can
climb,
you,
then no
Polly?
problem. I can climb, yes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
and I still have jump, so
I mean, I could shoot anything from the ground, so it's great.
yeah. I can also do that if need be, but I prefer to smashy. I'm
Smashy.
the Blue Hulk.
I'm the Blue Hulk.
Yes. Okay.
Great.
And I don't have any magic, but I'll encourage the hell out of you. How about that?
You can shoot things.
Good work, guys.
Yeah. Okay. I can also cast jump on you if need be, I think. So. Okay. Then we're good to go then. I have taken Moonbeam.
All right.
Fantastic. Then we're leaving Crest, Melody, and Bryn here, right?
Yeah. At the very least, yeah. I think you're leaving your father and mother, and I guess if Bryn wants to stay behind as well.
I'm gonna pull Bryn aside for a private conversation before we head out again.
Okay.
Hey,
going on,
Dad.
honey?
How
Hey.
are you doing?
I'm holding up. It's a lot to comprehend right now. I mean, your mother's back, and now with Melody, and I mean, me and Crest seem to be getting along, and I mean, everything's fine. Don't worry about me. How are you doing? You've got a lot
Well,
on your
yeah, you're deflecting right now.
What do you want me to
I
say?
mean, Dad,
It's
if you're gonna
complicated.
be if you're gonna be happy with them, be happy with them, okay? Don't worry about Mom. I take the ring off as I say that last part and then put it back on.
Don't worry yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is, and I pull it off again. This is her memory, right? I love being able to get to know her, but this isn't I don't think anyways that this is actually her, right? So
Well, it's her. That's her spirit. I mean, she has the choice to leave that ring or not.
is it
And
her
she's hung
spirit?
on for this long.
Okay, well, I mean, hopefully I can bring her some peace then.
As
Um,
per Dr. Lazarus's identify spell, that should be how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, just try to focus on the present and try to be happy with the people that you're currently with. That's all I wanted to say before we set off again.
I'm.
Also, if we
Thank
leave
you.
Sal here, can you look after Sal? She's been through a bit of a rough patch, and I think she could probably use a dad.
Can she be trusted though? She was. I don't know how to read her. She was so effervescent before, but she was just like, "Give me the bodies, and are you taking these with you, or what about them?"
We'll figure that out. But if we do decide to leave Sal here, just like keep an eye on her and try to be a good influence. And yeah, I think she needs like a dad right now.
Oh, well, I can shoot. I can. I mean, I'm a little bit rusty, but I guess sure I can put on my dad's shoes.
I mean, you're not. Those aren't shoes that you ever get to take off. You're a dad.
Well, yeah, I am a father, but I haven't been parental in years.
Fair
I think
enough.
it'll
Anyways,
come
I'm
back
sure you'll figure something out.
It'll all come back to me once I start.
Yeah,
All right.
like riding a
Um,
horse.
Do I keep her tied? That doesn't seem like something you do to your.
I
I don't think we have her
think
tied.
so. I think she's. I'm
She's
not, I'm
not
not
tied
even
up?
sure if we're leaving her here. Yeah,
We
we haven't
wouldn't have
been
left her
tying her
tied
up.
up the whole time. I don't think.
No, Bree wouldn't have wanted that.
Oh
At the
yeah,
very
I guess
least.
you didn't. You just knocked her unconscious, and then Dr. Lazarus woke her back up. Okay.
Well, we converted her at the end, didn't we? We were like, you deserve better than this, and
Your contract's over. You died for him. Then I raised
yeah.
Right.
new contract. 2 days.
Yeah, she seems like the only one of the three people that are in our custody right now that seems to be able to change or seems to be ready to change.
Yeah, she's doing some self-reflection. That was the understanding I had.
Oh my
Hmm.
god. I need to name this episode "New Contract Who Dis."
You do, yeah, I like that.
Who dis?
The other two, on the other hand, I have an idea of what we can do with them.
Do you?
I think we could get more brownie points for Duvessa Shane by taking them to her, putting them into her custody, and then she contacts the prison to be like, hey, Speaker of Bryn Shander here. I've done you a favor and found your prisoners. So now you owe me. Kind of thing.
Yeah, do you think that they'll be able to
That
yeah.
actually brings up a good point. What are we gonna do about Duvessa and Crest at this point?
Duvessa knows that Crest was thrown into jail by Maxwell Dinar, and she now is aware that Maxwell Dinar is the Zentarum. So she is aware that Crest was thrown into jail under false pretenses.
I'm not sure if she's made that. I'm not sure if she's made that connection yet. Actually.
Well, I think she was talking to Ample, and she was just like, "Look, we need more evidence before I can get totally on board. I can't make moves against another speaker yet, but." Well, and look, you guys, she signed that thing. She freed me, so I should be fine, right?
Actually, she wasn't freeing you. She was freeing another prisoner, and we changed the name. We changed the name because we knew that you were innocent. We have the evidence that you're innocent. We trust you. It's just that she needs something a bit more concrete, and that's just fine.
Wait.
We don't need to take you to her, ever. You never need to go to Bryn Shander if you don't want to. You can stay here in Lonelywood. We don't even need to mention you to her, ever.
What were you saying, Doc?
Also, good news, bad news. So, we were originally supposed to get Zan out, correct?
Yes.
Well, Zan died before we ever got there.
But I thought he was alive still.
Well,
What did you do?
I think like Steven's like out of words. He actually doesn't know how to bring up what he did. He's just like,
Zan will be dealt with.
and I kind of like I look guilty as fuck to Ample. Like not like I have a smile because it's me, Tom, but like Steven looks like bad about it. Like
Yeah. And
I couldn't let him do it again. I had to make sure that he would be taken care of.
I mean, he was a really bad person.
I mean, he killed like what, 5 people in cold blood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not missing him.
me either.
I still look. I'm like I'm not looking at anybody right at Ample. Like Steven looks like
yeah,
I feel like I let you down, but I did.
he doesn't look you in the eye. He doesn't turn away from you. He doesn't walk out. But he does not look you in the eye right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
That-
he takes it in silently. Excuse me.
All
Alright, well, come on, young lady. Let's get inside here.
Bree, oh my gosh, you didn't tell me you had a DILF.
Excuse you?
What
Friend.
is going
That's
on?
my dad.
I know, that's what the D stands for.
Why are you saying that in front of me?
I'm just very open. I thought we were friends. We just gossip.
We are friends. I don't want to hear your thoughts about how attractive or not my dad is, though.
Don't worry, honey. I'm taken. Ma'am, I appreciate your interest, but I'm off the table. This is a parental relationship we have. You need to leave that outside.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I might say too much stuff out loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
gross.
the love
Okay.
trapezoid begins.
Oh God. No.
The
No.
trapezoid
No. No.
I'm gonna have a whole dodecahedron by the end of the night.
I want to make sure that the white tiefling and 237 never see the outside of this ship, because if they know we're in Lonelywood, they can tell other people we're in Lonelywood, or Melody and Cresta. So I want to make sure those two prisoners don't see outside of the ship while we're here, and in the middle of the night or early in the morning before we leave again, I'll get Dredovex to fly me to Bryn Shander and we'll drop off those two with the speaker. We don't need to necessarily roleplay it unless you want to.
Well, we don't
I
have
just wanna
to.
get
We
rid
can
of them.
take this. We got this. We'll throw them in our stasis pods. They're basically like sensory
That'll work.
deprivation tanks.
Cool. I like that.
And, yeah, they won't see
And
the
when we
outside
get-
of a butthole.
When we get back, we'll put them somewhere.
Okay.
We'll take them somewhere.
In a butthole.
Hey,
I was
okay,
thinking
this might be...
back to prison.
I don't know if this is... I think we worked really well together, like a team, you know? Like, Ample and Dredovex, like, solving crimes. Maybe in the future, we could, like, team up.
Ample is still whatever guise he's in. He's still visibly uncomfortable with the aliens, and he says, "How about we just get through this next part of the adventure, shall we?
Alright.
I might not come back from any of this, and we won't be able to."
I actually had a
he's just.
for you.
Mm.
Well, alright, this isn't the end of it. Worm Boys is gonna happen. We're the Worm Boys.
Ample is so relieved that somebody else is taking over the conversation.
Flight actually has a question for Dredovex and Dvorin. And he's going to pull out that cube of whatever that he found at that gift shop. Do you happen to recognize what this is?
Oh, gross! You're touching it.
What is it?
What? Oh, come. Okay. You're gonna drop it as soon as we show you.
And they take you out to the
Try
backside
me.
of the ship, and you watch, like, you see a square exhaust pipe in the backside, and
That's
it's
a butt
like
plug.
Ah.
some smoke comes out, and one of those cubes plops out the backside as like the ship is running.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's the ship's waste. Got it.
Is this?
That's funny to me, but I'm sorry for that letdown. You're like, oh, cool, cube thing.
That's
no.
incredibly funny.
It's been the ship's poop.
That's one mystery solved.
I'd watch out though. That thing's super flammable. But it's just gross.
Oh, how is it? How?
Yeah.
Pretty.
Good question.
See Lazarus's eyes light up.
If I were to deliberately set this on fire, what would happen?
Is it like torch level or like TNT level?
It will burn for.
Okay.
It'll burn very hot for a long time, and anyone who comes within like 5 feet of it will have to be burned or something. And then if it's allowed to be burned long enough, it will start spitting out smoke.
Huh.
Will it smell like?
They could come in handy.
We usually throw it inside of a paper bag and launch it at a planet.
This is taking a turn.
No, it's a funny joke to us, but
we
we have different customs, so I'm sorry to bring it up.
That's fine. That's actually very good to know. And Flight will put it back in his pocket.
He put it in his pocket.
Light has poop in his pocket.
He pooed his pants.
He pooped his pocket. That's funny. Okay.
That could come in handy not only to potentially help us defend Bryn Shander, but also to help low-income people.
Each of you also have one.
Damn it.
Who also has one?
Yeah, each of you. We found more of it around the Goblin Cave.
I don't have one.
Yeah, we did. I gave you one.
I didn't take one. I know I didn't want
You
it.
didn't?
It's not my inventory.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
care. Steven didn't care what it was. Now I kind of do, because now it wouldn't be a bad idea to collect that. Using
Let's
that
see if
to
we have
defend
time.
Chanda. If we find one outside, once we park, if one is left by the ship or if multiple, maybe have the lug of meat collect them in a barrel.
Yeah, we can put a barrel underneath the butthole while we're stationary.
Like those things that
upsetting.
horses wear.
This
The little
is
poop collectors.
Yeah.
that. Jeez.
Yeah, on a Nautiloid spaceship. It's got.
Like,
Yeah.
This is wild.
They're like,
This is
Yeah,
absolutely
Steven,
wild.
can you create something like that?
Oh, that's utilizing his skills for the top tier of contraption.
Yeah,
I can build things.
the rear tier. How many poop jokes
Did I
we fit into
spend my
one
time?
episode?
Did I spend my time crafting a way to
Yep,
make a poop bucket?
You dug your latrine, now you have to shit in it.
It's not a bad. Well, Steven did something terrible. My punishment. I'll make the poop bucket. I'm not putting it on.
Flight will actually at this point he'll go and find Crest and Melody.
Is the dinosaur still here?
Yeah, the
Right.
dinosaur.
No, I don't think it was. I think someone came back here and it was gone.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Dang it! Who did we? Oh, not Springsteen. Elkton and Pamela took him somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, whatever it was. Yeah, he wasn't here. He was
Sure.
let free into the lake. So yeah, what are you guys up to? You wanted to talk to your parents, Flight.
Yes, I did. Yes, he did.
Okay. What you saying?
Where are they? Where are they at this point?
I don't know. Wherever you want them to be, I guess. Are they?
Okay, so, well, I think we agreed that they would be staying at the Ramshackle for the next little bit. So.
Okay. Well, they're probably. I mean, they're probably hanging out until you get off the ship. But they're probably looking
Maybe they're
around
trying to-
outside.
What if they're trying to light a fire inside the ramshackle and they don't have enough fuel for it? And you're holding a cube in your pocket.
I'm pretty sure the inn is stocked. So, and nobody's been here in a while. So.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
stocked
either
with
way.
rotten
What did you
food.
want to say to them? Like, yeah, you find them inside the front doors. The door's still open, just kind of like looking at the place. This is a nice establishment.
It is, isn't it? The speaker gave it to us for solving a problem with troublesome elk.
They just gave it to you? Holy. You must have been
It
doing a
was
lot of
not
good
in-
around here.
It was not in this nice of a shape when we first found it. Dr. Lazarus' son actually fixed it up pretty nicely, it seems.
Oh. You've made yourself some nice friends. Very useful. Skilled.
Yeah, I have. He just kind of looks between the two of them.
What is it? Are you about to do something dangerous?
Potentially.
Hug your son,
Um,
Crest. Where are you going?
Well, we're going to a place just outside of town first, but then potentially I'm gonna see if I can find a way to put an end to this winter.
Oh. That's quite a task. Yeah, I heard your friend talking about fighting a god? That sounds dangerous. Well, no. I need to let you make your own decisions.
When has anything we've ever done not been dangerous?
I know, but this just seems very big, but I trust that you know what you're doing, and I mean, with the group that you've put together, I trust that, I don't know. I just hope, I guess. I hope
Yeah.
this isn't the last we see of you.
At that, Flight's eyes just kind of glisten a little bit. And then he looks
honey.
specifically at Crest, and then he's like, I'm just glad the last time I saw you wasn't... And he just like goes into his bag and he pulls out the letter that they left for him. I held on to this.
This is a letter originally.
Yeah, the letter that Melody and Crest left for him when they left.
Oh, okay. Oh, so sentimental. Yeah, we meant every word of it. Maybe. It's a nice letter, right? I don't think I've actually read what this letter is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very nice letter. I did send it to you, I think.
He kept it. Oh, maybe you did. No, it was just a while back, yeah.
It was a while ago.
I'll have to
I think it was
double-check.
while we were still still making the characters, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that you've hung on to that for this long through. Oh my gosh. That's do you? I don't know what to say, Flight. I mean, I'm I'm glad we crossed paths again, and I hope that we cross paths again and again. If you can clear up this weather, I mean, we still have our duties to the Harpers, but I mean, maybe we can figure something out and build our family back up.
Flight kind of looks down at that letter again and kind of puts it back in his pocket. I'd really like that, if we can manage it.
I think
Then
we can manage a lot. It's growing bigger and bigger, and he motions over to Bryn. What were you saying, though?
Yeah, and Flight kind of scratches at his neck a little bit. Yeah, and well, I think I'll leave that for a minute. Still need to.
You've got me curious, but don't tell me now. It'll be a reason for us to cross paths again. You've got to tell me that secret you just brought up. I am very curious. But
Yeah,
next time.
Flight just kind of nods solemnly. Yeah, I will. I really want to. Let's just make our situation a little better first, huh?
For sure. We've got to work things out here and see what's going on. Just come to terms and figure out our whole thing. Bryn, look, I respect you. We can talk without him. Look, I've had my own thing going on. I wasn't fully faithful to. Okay. We'll talk when you get back. You obviously have something important to do.
Mm-hmm. Then Flight will
Discuss what the important boundaries of being faithful means to you three. Bree just kind of shouts from the edge of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flight will. I should probably also better define a couple of things later on for like what I was thinking with this, but that is not an issue for now. So, with that, Flight will give both of them a hug, like a big hug, and he'll just take his leave back to the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you get back on the ship. Anything else happening before you guys head over to the Elven Tomb temple place?
Are we going to try to talk to Ravison about getting her to do some research for us?
That was brought up.
I think that was in specific. I believe that was in specifically in regards to Nerth, but if we're just going to go use the scrying mirror real quick, I think that was the extent that we can really afford to do so now, because that's a whole trip down to Brinchander, and we need to get heading back towards the waterfall area. We're making a quick pit stop at the temple just because it's close by.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Ample wants to spend maybe about an hour or so looking around the kind of outskirts of the Lonely Wood for pieces of antler that have just been naturally dropped by, the elk and other horned creatures of this area. He's working on an outfit, and he needs pieces of antler to do it, to build it.
Okay. Oh, well, give me an investigation check. Oh, 22, great.
Heck yeah!
So you find a piece of antler, and it's like 20 feet ahead of you, but you see another guy. He's got a couple other antlers all in his arms, and you both see this antler at the same time, running for it to try to get it. So give me an athletics check to run and beat this guy to it. A 10. Oh, he got a 10 as well. You both grab the antler at the same time, and you're just tugging.
give it. You've already got some.
But
You don't even
look,
need any more.
this is my business. I'm the scrimshander around here. I was gonna carve this into a fork. You can buy it from me when it's a fork.
What a waste! Can I try to kick his hand away from the other side of the antler?
Okay, what kind of roll do you think that might be? Just an
Unarmed
athletics or
strike, I reckon.
Unarmed strike,
an unarmed strike? Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay, great. So
15 on
describe
this
how this
nobody.
looks. You do succeed in
Uh,
kicking this.
Yeah, actually, let me check. Okay, so Avarice wears heavy boots. Looks like heavy leather boots. Yeah, so he takes a heavy leather boot to this guy's knuckles, and I think it just jams his fingers between the boot and the antler, which would make anyone let go. And I think that makes Ample kind of maybe fall backwards a little bit, but he's holding on to the antler. And he said, and he starts moving away really quickly with his dash bonus action. And he's like, "The Omen Seekers, thank you!"
Frickin' come on, guys, he says to his other antlers. And he's got like a fish carcass in there.
He talks to them.
Yeah, come on, guys. We can
Now
let
I
that
feel
one go.
bad for him.
It's fine.
Almost had a new
Also,
friend.
Wait,
keep
are
looking.
you are you still wearing Avarice's clothes?
Apparently.
Absolutely. The last clothes I had on were destroyed by a fireball. So, yeah, he's still wearing Avarice's clothes.
Did you at least give Avarice your old clothes? You just wrapped her up in a
No,
blanket?
she got a blanket. I didn't take her underclothes, so she would still have her underwear on. But maybe even a long john kind of long underwear situation. She would definitely be out of the cold.
You wear the guard uniform? So she'd have the guard uniform.
Yeah, but I didn't put the guard uniform on her because the guard uniform was all torn and ripped up. So there was no point. I would have just left her in her underclothes and put a blanket over her.
And just for the sake of it, can we say that you had Melody do it?
Nice.
Sure.
Slightly less.
Yes.
Like, so
Look,
it's
it
not like a
wasn't-
guy
wa-
taking the clothes off of a female. Like,
All right.
Technically,
First
it
of all,
doesn't-
hang on. First of all, Ample or Scoops, I don't consider no longer a man. He is they them, or they are they them. They
Good
are.
thing to delineate right now. That's good.
Sure, absolutely. Also, he absolutely did not do it in a sexual way. Taking off somebody's clothes, especially in a D&D context, does not have to be sexual at all. And if we were going to do it for her, we should do it for every NPC, because that would be the only way to be equally respectful. So if you want to make it so that we don't take NPCs' clothes off without their permission, fair enough. But I don't think it should be taken out of Ample's hands just because he presents as a male right now.
I hear you. Yeah, it's a fine line with this, but yeah, for sure. I didn't mean to
also,
make it
he left
sexual
her
on your
in her
part. I didn't
underwear.
know
No worries.
That was how it was. But yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. He might think she's sexy. He might have been attracted to her attitude problem, but he wouldn't. He absolutely thinks informed consent is the right way to go.
Well, I apologize for throwing you under the bus a little bit there. That's
all good, dude.
All good.
But cool.
It's
Okay,
it's a fair question.
Yeah, and it was a good discussion to have.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, cool. So you guys are doing what? You guys are getting on the ship and heading towards the Elven Tomb?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds dope. Hell yeah.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
go to the Elven Tomb, y'all.
As we fly over the Lonely Wood, the guy looking for antler friends gets a cube dropped on his head, and he picks it up. He says, "You're my friend now." And he has a shit cube from the ship.
Oh, you know what? I'll leave.
Anyway, you don't need to do that.
Sorry, I think he's just concentrating. I don't think he's ignoring you.
Oh my.
So yeah,
God.
I'm
Like,
just trying to
he's-
get the
he's
map.
doing a thing on the map.
ready.
Yeah. I was just trying to fill some time.
For sure. All right, where are you guys? You're not. on
At this point,
map.
everybody notices that Flight is visibly happier.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
How's Bree? Is Bree calmer? What's Bree looking like?
Bree's discomfort wasn't originating from like the parent situation. Like Flight's was. Her discomfort is originating from not knowing what's going on with her.
Yeah, it's a little more internal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean we can like discuss that later, try and kind of figure out. But I think she's like trying to hide it. I don't think she's like going around looking grumpy, kind of like when Flight's unhappy, Flight looks unhappy. I think Bree just kind of has like a resting.
Yeah, Flight's a lot more
neutral
hard on his
fight.
sleeve than a lot of the rest of the party.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, I need my tentacles.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Scoops likes that. It's just the four of us again. I mean, Dredovex is still around, and what's the other one? But
Chauffeurs.
yeah, the idea that it's just this core group again. Ample feels very comfortable, very happy that Blight is happy.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Okay, so
Okay.
we here now?
You, yeah, that's fine. You're here.
Okay, then go to -10 to go in there.
Oh yeah.
Or is it
Oh,
Hang on.
creatures.
I don't know if you can officially see.
yeah, I don't know how I think I can set my elevation, but I don't know what I need to set it to actually get in
Yeah,
there.
it might be -20, or I think it's just that you have to be underneath the roof.
Is it? Okay, I'll give that a try. Yep, it is.
Wild.
All right, but for
This is your first time here, isn't it?
This is my first time here in this campaign, actually. This was the last place, the last location I was in my last campaign. Interestingly.
Oh, cool.
Oh, neat.
all right. So
Yep,
yeah, you
here
guys
is
go. You
right
guys
over there.
crawl in through the big opening to the elven tomb. You find the body of the headless Cold Light Walker. You find the head that had been knocked off in the corner. But you guys know where the mirror is, and you guys probably just walk directly towards it, past these elf statues.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think so.
Well, that sounds cool. So, okay. So, what are you guys doing? I mean, I already know you're going. Bree is ready to cast the spell, but tell me a little bit more.
What are we going to do if we see someone who looks like the Maxwell Dinar that your father knows? And what if we can't see where they are?
Well,
Well,
then I
if it
guess
looks anything other than the one that we know, that would tell us something.
Should we scry other people who might be around him? Do we know any of the names of his right-hand men and women?
Not really.
You might know at least one.
Could we do a history check?
Oh yeah. Well, Flight wasn't actually there for that. Dr. Lazarus was there for that.
Dr. Lazarus, do you remember any of the people that are around the fake Maxwell Dinar? Maybe we can look for them and see him as well.
I definitely got faces. I know I didn't get names, but I definitely got faces.
No, there was that one tiefling guy, wasn't there?
Yeah. I mean, you might know the name whether or not you
I was too
wrote it
busy
down.
threatening.
Yeah.
I was too busy threatening to murder people to get names.
Well, and do Do you need a name, do you think, for scrying? I think maybe...
really has property
No, I don't think you do.
You just need to know them, right? Or have
You need to be familiar with them, yeah.
familiar with them.
That sounds about right.
And then the save increases or decreases, but I don't know if this mirror imposes a save.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Yeah, I mean, I'd say if you're trying to find that tiefling guy, you probably could if you wanted.
Yeah, the guy who I'm pretty sure that was like his guy's the guy's like close at hand bodyguard.
Well, how many times can you do this, Bree?
Will Moonbeam last for...
A minute,
Oh,
I think?
the mirror might be a one and done thing. So
No, we've done it before.
I've used the mirror
Oh.
before.
yeah, sorry. Once a day. Is it? Do we know how often it resets?
We used it. We I think we used it for as many times
Heck
as
yes.
Madison had spell slots. So,
Yes, I like that.
but I don't know if she would need to cast Moonbeam again to change targets.
I don't think so. That's just to activate the mirror. I don't think I have to cast it more than once.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Awesome. Let's
concentration
do it.
thing, so I think it's just until I lose concentration, so I won't be able to help with the
It does have a
scrying or anything,
duration.
but yeah, so I'll cast Moonbeam on it. I'm not gonna click it because there's not really any point. We're not rolling damage on anything.
Moonbeam lasts
Yeah,
for a
but you'll
minute.
need to... Here, I'll just lower you down to 2 second-level spells, though.
I already did that,
Oh, you did?
Alex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moonbeam
Yeah,
So then-
I
lasts
got my
for a
own
minute.
character sheet. Yeah, it lasts for a minute. So you guys need to be quick.
I suggest we look for Maxwell Dinar first, and if that turns out to be the other guy, then we can look for his tiefling bodyguard.
Yeah, because I would really prefer not to have to spend more than one.
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
I can
because I
look
mean,
And if we
essentially
have
what
to, we will.
activates it is the moon's present, and you're just imitating that. So for as long as it's on, you can switch targets.
Yeah, so you have a minute.
Great.
All right.
Okay. Ready, set, go. And she casts Moonbeam.
Wow, a big beam from the moon shines down from the sky. I guess probably on this giant moon dial on the outside, and then the outside of this mirror starts to glow, and the moon lights up at the top, and it is ready for the first thought. You guys are looking for Nerth.
Nerth Maxillinar.
Nerth. Ooh.
I will be thinking about his face specifically.
Okay, well, we would probably put this in the hand of Scoops, if nothing else.
Okay, so hang
Well,
on.
I imagine
I'm
we're
thinking
all
about
there
this.
together, like combining our brain powers.
Yeah, but you know him best, I
You
think.
know, it's complicated, and we can do whatever. I mean, doesn't no one know him except for Crust?
The original?
Yeah.
I guess not. But we have the name.
I think it applies to just a creature that you're familiar with. You don't actually have to know them personally.
Okay.
That's right.
Let me pull up scrying. Let me see.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
you
looking
don't
at it
need to
right
meet
now,
the
yeah.
person.
You can see in here a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it.
So we can do it. It's just a hard DC.
So we don't know.
Yeah, so if it's in Scoop's hands, he's going to think of the creature known as Maxwell Dinar, and think of that creature's face and body and
fake
all of the
one.
other details that he can of the fake Maxwell Dinar.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think, no problem. So you guys, you try your best. You're thinking of the name, Nerth Maxildinar. You're focusing your energy towards what you know as this other person that's not the one that you know. And the mirror starts to wobble, and then your reflections fade away. And all of a sudden, it's dark. It's very dark, but you can see like slivers of light and little beams, dust filling those beams. And then I guess, I mean, it's not panning around like a camera. So like you finally.
Well, it creates a sensor, so
Huh?
it creates a sensor. So
Okay, well then, yeah.
It
So
could.
sure, it pans over, and there's just this rotting skeleton. It seems like as the light kind of balances out from the shot you're seeing, it's underneath. It's behind some wood planks, and there's a number of rats just crawling around back and forth.
He's under the floorboards of that inn we were drinking at.
Oh yeah, where you met the fake Nerth originally.
Yep. I got him and Caldorks hammered.
Well, thank God it's not in the ramshackle. Like, imagine, like, you see through a sliver in the wood paneling and you see Flight's parents.
That'd be funny, yeah.
No,
yeah,
okay,
Doc's
interesting.
right.
So we see the dead body behind a wall. Yeah. I don't think that's the guy we're looking for.
Nope.
Okay, quickly try his bodyguard before the spell ends.
That's all yours, Doc.
Talk about it later.
I think of the day I busted in that room, flamethrower ready to murder people.
Okay,
In that guy's
yeah.
place.
So you get that image of the tiefling associate of Nerth in your mind, and the mirror starts to wobble again. The dead body fades away. It's all smoky right now, and then it fades back in, and you're in a dark, kind of stone-walled room. He's sitting around a table. Across from him is Nerth Maxildanar, as you had met him, the fake one. And they're sitting with a number of Durgar there drinking. And probably a Durgar comes in and is just like, we're gonna have to find some sort of. Everybody loves this stuff, but we're out of ingredients. And then
this confirms it. Yeah. Ample turns to the rest of you and goes, "That confirms it. We know where he is, wherever that alcohol is being produced."
Which we know where that is. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else you want to scry on before this spell ends?
Oh,
This guy I know named
We've
Jim.
also confirmed that they're two different people.
A guy you know named what?
I was just being a dickhead.
Jim. Oh, Jim, of course.
He stole.
I'm gonna spend 10
he
minutes
played
like,
cards.
you see this
He
guy.
stole-
He's
We
toweling off
know.
after a bath.
Yeah, we catch Jim in a compromising position, and Bree immediately ends the moonbeam
She
spell.
stops. Nope. Change the channel.
Yeah.
Poor
You
Jim.
can actually move
Not
the moon
cool,
beams
not
all
cool.
away, so
A freaking peeping Tom. A peeping Dr. Lazarus.
No. No, that was a peeping Tom, because that was a Tom joke, not a Lazarus joke.
Yeah. Tom wanted to see Jim.
I think just before, like in the last 2 or 3 seconds of the moonbeam spell, like I think Scoops is really trying hard not to do it, and then he does it, and he thinks of Oral for a second, just before it cuts off. I don't know if she's going to be powerful enough to know that she's being watched, and that's what he was worried about. So he was doing the whole Ghostbusters thing, like, don't think a bad thought, and then he thinks about the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Accidentally.
Okay. Well,
It would
I
not
mean, it
surprise me
says
if she
that
had to
everyone
fight.
who's scryed upon knows that you're casting the spell on them. But for her, I'm actually going to give the wisdom saving throw
Heck
that
yeah.
it asks for.
it says it doesn't know or they do know.
Oh,
You.
no. It says the target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified, blah, 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 blah. If there's no contribution. If a target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail. Oh, never mind. I read that wrong.
Yeah, no, it doesn't know it's doing so automatically. The only way it would know is if it has something like True Sight or
Which
some other
is
way to-
Which she
God.
probably does. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because she would see the sensor. Like, even
But
if she doesn't
but if the spell
realize
fails,
she would being scryed on, she would see the sensor, yeah.
Yeah, but if the spell fails, then but if she succeed, if the target succeeds the save, then nothing really happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you totally screwed on this? This is a very cool idea.
But I mean, I assume you could also burn a legendary resistance just to help you dig yourself out of.
Well, I'm happy to tell you
could-
where I'm not digging out of anything. She's got a plus 12 to her wisdom save, so I don't know if there's
Did she fail?
critically
Oh, that's
failed.
funny.
Oh my god. Okay.
The
so
dice
she-
gods are just
she
like,
succeeds.
nope.
No,
That's
Can't
right.
make that easy for you.
You cannot see where she's
God, what a great
at.
meme.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, so she's not
you
affected,
think
and she
of
doesn't know
her,
we cast it.
and-
Might I suggest that we do see her, just not where she is, why she is, but she projects herself to us? Like, she could threaten us right now.
Well, that's
No,
what
You know,
let's just let Alex tell the story.
Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
no, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, we're all
Yeah.
telling the story, but
Yeah, but I mean, like,
this is a
for his
situation where, like,
NPCs.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, this is a situation in a movie where, like, the good guys and the bad guys are facing off against each other but can't touch each other. You know what I mean? Like, this is the monologue time. This is the threat time. And we're not threatening her because we failed the roll, but she has an opportunity now. And it doesn't have to happen. All ideas are free, and you can take what you want and leave
For
the rest.
yeah, I mean, I get your
but yeah.
reasoning, but actually, no, she just cuts you off.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I will say that the mirror crusts over with frost.
Oh, that's really cool.
And actually
That's
breaks.
pretty neat, yeah.
It breaks the mirror.
I like
She got a
that.
critical
It breaks it?
roll on her wisdom save.
Shit.
The mirror shatters in
Oh
front
my
of you
God.
guys.
That's
That's a threat.
terrible.
Now that is the consequences of our actions.
Yeah,
Right
that's
there.
true. But
That's
you know what?
terrible.
You guys probably don't know what happened, and Ample's probably looking all guilty, like, "Oh, I
Bree's
shouldn't have
probably
thought
like,
that."
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I swear, I just ended the moonbeam spell. It's not. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. I swear.
All right.
Well, that's bad.
It is.
Well, I'm not telling Radivus that.
Oh yeah, this was hers. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Rocky.
Did I just hear a cat in the background?
Yes, that is
My
my
cat lady
Rocky.
senses are tingling.
Yeah, this is Rocky. He's very needy.
Aw. Very cute. I
He's
now
like-
demand pet tax pictures, but
Yeah, that's gonna make my bandwidth upset if I do that. I'm sorry.
fair enough. No, I didn't mean
alright,
video. I
fine.
meant
She
just
meant like
an
to take a
actual
picture and send it
picture.
later, but
Yeah.
So, Bree, are
But
you?
I mean, no
think I have a
requirements
picture
for
of him.
that. Anyways,
I have a
what?
picture of him, I
Sorry.
think, so.
Bree, are you ready to head towards the waterfall?
As ready as I'm ever gonna be, I think.
Don't forget that just because somebody saw that you would lead us to this place doesn't mean that you're alone or that you have all of us on your shoulders. We're here to support you and push you up.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, but yeah, I know that.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're good. I'm not like worried about like being, a prophesized chosen person or anything at all. Like that just, it's fine. It'll be fine. I think we're probably all have like prophecies about us somewhere.
Yeah,
That's
fair
how I'm
enough.
squaring that away with myself. Yep.
all right.
That's him, but I sent a picture of Rocky. but-
Yay!
It's a normal, common, everyday thing to have a
Kitty.
prophecy about you.
A little cow cat. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, he's a tuxedo cat, and he has he has little socks. He's very cute.
He's very cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, so you guys all leave the elven tomb, I assume, and climb back in the spaceship. You got tell me some stuff.
Yeah, that sucks
Oh,
that we
yes,
can't use
it
that mirror again anymore.
Yes.
Oh, you broke a mirror.
Hey,
Yeah,
when did you get here?
No, you
How do
got
you know
here.
that?
We're just hanging out in the ship.
They
You
brought us
guys just
here.
arrived back.
Yeah.
We didn't tell you we broke a mirror. Who said we broke a mirror?
I read your mind. I'm sorry. I was
Fair enough.
detecting thoughts.
What did we? Have we not had the consent talk yet?
No, I'm sorry. Look. He got me going, and I hadn't done it in forever. Look, that's no excuse. I'm so sorry.
So it's
I'm-
Scoop's fault.
No,
As
it's my
always.
fault. It's
didn't say that.
I
You
chose
said
to
that.
do it. I'll
Uh-huh.
leave your brains alone, no matter how
You?
juicy they.
I hit him with the staff.
I'm sorry.
No.
Wrong
Oh,
word.
bam!
Hey,
His tentacles
No.
cringe up.
hey, friends, not punching bags.
Mm, no, I crossed a line. I'm done for now.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide.
Have you been with Steven since we found the xenomorph skulls? Steven does
What
not
now?
trust. Steven does not trust these things.
Neither does Ample. Especially when they're
Flight
saying they're
is-
just passively reading our
Flight
mind.
is the flight. This is the first time Flight has seen creatures like this. So, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I crit failed every roll I have had to identify these things. So,
Yeah,
know.
you have.
I know this was the Nat 20. It's the one memory I have of them finding the skull, the Nat 20 of. This is what this is. You know what this is. No,
Mhm.
I'll never trust you, little bastards.
Yeah. Flight does not particularly care that they are able to read minds. He does not feel particularly inclined to hide anything from them if they want to know.
It's because you speak your mind constantly. On the way to the river.
Oh, he does have one secret right now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but they already know that one.
Fair enough.
As we head to the river, Ample's going to sidle up to the dock and say, "Doc, is there anything you could build to protect our mind from being read? Not necessarily by old mate Dredovex, but
Oh, sorry,
there
no.
are bound to be other creatures out there who can do this kind of thing, and if we can protect ourselves from that."
Bree has something.
Yeah, I was going to say also they can't read my mind. I have a ring of mind shielding.
Heck yeah.
So a reminder
yeah.
to.
Oh yeah. Well, they technically read
Wow.
Flight's mind.
Yeah.
Right? He was the one saying.
Yeah,
okay,
Flight was,
but
the,
yeah,
Flight
no,
was the
yeah.
one that was thinking about
Fair
it.
enough. Yeah.
I can look into it.
You like if you're asking Steven that, Steven's immediately gonna. This is probably the first time he knows you have a discomfort towards them, and now you're saying this. It's the
You're not 100% on board with the gnome thing, are you?
I've seen a lot of things, Doc, but I've never seen anything like them. They're out of this world.
Yes, they are, Ample.
And
Ample.
I've seen what they feed on. Oh. And I'd really prefer to keep my brain inside my head, both physically and metaphorically.
Agreed.
There are things I know that nobody should ever hear about again, and they shouldn't have to hear it even passively.
Is this a rogue tragic backstory TM I'm sensing?
Yeah, just a lifetime of, or an adulthood of being an investigative reporter is going to get you to see some things that you don't want to see.
Maybe that's definitely something Steven can look into.
Yeah, I just think for the very like the high end of the campaign, there are probably going to be creatures who can read our minds and invade our minds. So if we have a way to protect all of us, that would be good. But if it's going to come down to magical items that can't be reproduced, then we'll just have to rely on Bree not to be overtaken and saving the rest of us where we are.
I gotta look through what the artificer can and can't build.
I believe
Sure.
I believe. Well, I don't know. I don't know the specifics, but I believe early on you can make common magic items.
Even if it's a tinfoil hat, he would take it. So, yeah, just
Please
think
make
about
it
it for the
look like a
future.
tinfoil hat.
Absolutely.
I want if I'm able to make one, that's how it's getting flavored. 100% of.
It
Tinfoil
will work.
hat,
Companies
yes.
are correct. The
Yeah.
brainwaves aren't able to bounce off.
Dredavex helped me develop this thin metal material. This
And they do have
tinfoil.
plastic.
Yeah. But I have to look into what Steven can.
Heck yeah.
And also, I think
No worries.
So it's a 12-hour flight to the location.
Oh, great. I'm just going to have another long rest and get that spell slot back. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can. You do have enough time, and there's plenty of.
I'm going to skywrite a bunch of shit before, like as we're going. If we have enough time for me to sleep and skywrite things, I will expend. How many can I do? And just as I go, and then I technically have 4 if I use my ring.
Oh, I still have a zombie.
Oh yeah, you do. You have
I
a
forgot about that
zombie
from last
from
Yeah.
the cultists. Hell yeah. Okay, I forgot about that. Let me.
Forgot about
You know,
that.
while you guys are talking about some stuff, let me create that for you.
What are the limitations on Skywrite?
So, skywrite. You can cause up to 10 words to form it in
10 words.
part of the sky you can see appear to be made out of clouds and remain in place for the spell's duration. Spell's duration is 1 hour concentration. The words dissipate when the spell ends. The strong winds can dissipate the clouds and end the spell early.
Okay, so the words I feel like we need to make sure are in the 10. Bryn Shander, 7 days, innocence or vulnerable, moved, or I don't know. What do you guys
Even
think?
more,
Send fighters. 7 days.
Send fighters.
Bridge Digger.
Take in vulnerable.
fighters, send fighters, Bryn Shander, 7 days,
You have 5
last
words.
stand,
Actually, I would say 5 days, so they get there 2 days early.
5 days, last stand.
Yeah, I like that.
Ending the winter.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Hmm.
And I would be able
Yeah.
to. I'm going to. Is everybody okay with me switching Skywrite off my spells for our travel through the place? Do we want me to keep that on me?
That's cool. You can switch it out.
Yeah,
We've
you
got
can switch
time.
it out.
Like Bree
Switch it out
said, we've
for
got 8
something
hours.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch it out for
Also,
something with better utility for a dungeon crawl, I think.
Can one of those words be a symbol? Perhaps our symbol?
I don't think we have a
The
symbol.
symbol of the Omen Seekers? Well,
We're making
time
one.
to make one. Yeah.
Yeah, but if no one else knows it, that's fine. I don't care.
That's
Well,
true.
no,
Maybe we can just include the words Omen Seekers. I think
Yeah.
Ample would
Omen
definitely
Seekers
push
from the
Type in
for...
Omen Seekers.
Yeah, Ample would definitely push for that because he's all about like our reputation as a group and building that up. Branding, exactly. Because the people need a symbol to stand behind. People are usually he maybe even say this out loud. People are usually cowardly on their own, but when they get into a group, when they become a mob their mentality can shift to being one of such power and ferocity that nothing can stand in their way. So if we can give the people, the individual people, a symbol to stand behind, so they know that they will be shielded from the worst of it, but be able to add their power to ours, I think they would be more willing to stand with us.
I agree.
Heck yeah. So I think now that we have that in the bag, we can probably do that over most towns we pass over until the 7 days are up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you have the spell stocked, at least.
4. We have the ability to
Yeah, we
cast.
probably. Yeah, from going from Lonelywood, Tourmaline and maybe Bremen saw it, but maybe
Heck yeah.
and maybe Targos, but that's about it.
Every place that passes over helps a little.
That's right.
Because Kaer Koenig and Kaer Dineval would also might be able to see it, but nobody's there right now. So
Heck yeah. Yeah, awesome. Oh, it's all the way up there. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's very, very far away.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, and that's the river. I see.
You know what? I'm taking Spider Climb. How do I go to my character sheet? If I hit C, you said?
Yeah, C. The letter C should open it.
Nah, it just brings up the Omen Seekers.
Well, click away from that token,
Yeah.
and I think it should work.
Also, yeah.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right.
it worked for me.
We
Um,
Very strange.
Oh, there we go. Now it has.
Did you
I
get it?
don't know what I clicked, but I just clicked a bunch of stuff in there. Hitting buttons, people.
Just yeah. Click until it goes. All right. I apologize, guys. I drank too much coffee. This will be a quick pee. I'll be right back.
No worries. All right.
I'm also going to use the bathroom real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna stick around.
Gonna check my
You-
inventory
you
to
need-
see. Remind me what I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Crampon snowshoes. They might come in handy if it's icy on the ground. We are going up a river waterfall after all, so I think Amp was going to put on some crampons. Lantern, hooded.
Cool. All right.
Heck yeah. Amp was going to.
Tom also went to the bathroom, so we're waiting for
Mhm.
Tom as well.
Okay. No worries.
Yep.
Amp was going to put on some crampons and light a lantern, his hooded lantern.
Ooh. Okay. All right. That sounds.
So if there's any ice on the ground, he won't slip, and if it's dark, he has a way to create some light.
And on the flight over here, Flight is actually going to be practicing his pan flute.
Okay. Nice.
And something interesting that I can do with elemental attunement is that I can actually affect air as long as it's within 30 feet of me. So for that sensory effect, he's actually going to make it so that the pan flute actually sounds like there's like multiple flutes being played, or like that he's actually able to play chords with it.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
awesome.
That's cool.
Because it has
Harmonizing with
pipes.
itself.
Mm-hmm.
harmonizing,
awesome.
getting some. Yeah.
Very cool.
Sorry, I'm reading.
Dredavex, do you think, based on 237's memories, do you think we should strap ourselves together as we move through this space? Do you think it would be a good idea?
Maybe, I don't know.
I just my insight from talking to him, I don't think so. Just because I think they were running away from something that they possibly could have fought. That was the understanding I had. And we'll want to be able to be free to like
Question,
move
actually.
and get out of the way.
Fair enough.
Question, actually. Did we see anything on the ground as we passed over here? Because Flight would have been like looked over the edge periodically.
Did you? Whoops.
Did you see what, or like, what do you think you're looking for? Just like,
Well, just like
threats,
just like
or-
anything that would have been moving, anything that would be moving across the tundra.
Not particularly out this way. I mean, maybe a lot further back you saw just a small tribe of people, but nothing in the last 10 miles.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Okay, so I mean, you land in the spot that Dredavex can discern, being as like next to this river leads up to this big waterfall. It's an immense, glistening wall of blue ice, blue crystalline ice stands before you. It seems impenetrable, but then you notice a lighter colored stripe nearly bisects the wall at one point. This must be the frozen waterfall. What are you guys doing? It's blocked off by this. I mean, it's obviously the waterfall. It's frozen like crystals.
Can we investigate to see if there's any like weak points? Possibly like
Sure.
break it open or melt it. Cool.
So Dredavex, you saw
I'm
the
really
path he
hoping
took, right?
that Scoops is also going to roll this because I have a -1. Hey, that's still not bad.
I think that's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Scoops just says, hey Doc, have you ever melted an entire waterfall before?
Can I make an investigation?
To see if you can melt it. Sure.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, I mean, what is your investigation for?
Yeah, no, see if I can put a hole in it. I'm gonna put the monocle on. Sorry, I was picking up my spells. Slightly distracted.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Breeze, try to investigate this thing, see if there's like a weak point in it. It seems like it goes through pretty far. I mean, you're gonna need something powerful. I mean, not a normal pickaxe is gonna get through this thing.
The poop cube.
The poop cube. Dr. Lazarus investigates, and it seems like that this ice is pretty hard, although I mean, it could be melted, but it would take a while unless you combine different things together to try to get through this thing.
Do you see maybe a weak point? Like, mathematically, like, if you hit it here in this one spot, it'll create a series of cracks that will take the whole thing down? Is that how your brain works, Doc?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't find a particular
Oh, well.
spot that would make it that easy.
But
Oh, well.
Flight will.
we're
Flight
definitely.
will. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would. Stephen would try to be like, yeah, I can eventually get. You said I can get through it, correct? It'd just take a while.
It would take a long time with some very powerful.
Like how
Are
long?
you challenging me, Alex? Because I have gasoline.
You do have gasoline.
I
I
have
think that-
gasoline.
But
Poop
weren't we
cube.
saving the gas for our fight?
If we need it, we need it.
Yeah,
Flight will-
if I summoned a water elemental, Alex,
Mm-hmm.
would a water elemental be able to do anything about this waterfall?
Give me a name. I mean, probably not. No, I'll just give you that. Probably not.
Would
They could
Flight
probably
shape of the
squeeze
flowing
through the
river be of any
cracks,
help?
but... Mm.
I mean, similar to Dr. Lazarus's deal of maybe a little bit. Dr. Lazarus with the fire is going to be more powerful than the. I mean, because like it looks like that this is frozen beyond normal icicles.
Yeah. It's more
So it's
frozen
like a
over than it
magic
was 2
thing?
years ago, right? Because 2 years ago it was an actual waterfall.
Right.
Yeah.
This is solidified into just like almost hardened crystal.
Can I do an Arcana check on the waterfall? Is it like some kind of magical?
Sure.
Magic.
Yeah. Give me that check.
Wait, Alex, would you say this is a solid thing?
Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
Bree. Yeah, I mean
So-
this was almost magically frozen. This is the the most frozen you've seen something before. It's almost glass.
Hmm.
What were you asking, Doctor?
No, 'cause it's if it's made of metal. Different.
Oh
I'm
no, it's
wrong.
not made of metal.
It's
If it's
shatter.
if it's practically glass, could we use shatter on it and it does double damage? Like, would you
Maybe.
say it's that kind of solid?
I mean, it's worth giving me a shot. Is that a cantrip? Or is that a
No,
first
that
level
is a
spell?
second level spell.
second
Second
or
level
third,
spell.
So that's the. So have we landed? Can I get up?
Yeah. Yeah, you've landed. You've walked up to this slightly.
And I've kind of looked it over and seen like I can't put a way around it.
I mean, it seems like you're gonna need to use multiple things against this thing, or I mean, just something powerful. I don't know if that answered your question.
Oh yeah, no, I can get us in here,
Mm-hmm.
But it's my last shot.
if what's not. Oh wait, yeah. Do I have it?
Did you use it? I think you used it.
No, I still have one shot in it left. I'm trying to remember if I still have it.
Why wouldn't you still? Oh, right, because you gave it to.
After it, so I wouldn't have it on me. I don't think I.
Yeah,
have
you
it
don't have it on you.
on. Damn it! Yeah, no.
Flight's
Use-
gonna try. Flight's gonna spend a key point to try using Shape of the Flowing River on it.
Okay.
'Cause it can
And that's what
affect-
you
it can
use to
affect a
make
30-foot cube.
the igloos, right?
Yes, it can affect a 30-foot cube.
Okay.
Although I can't make any change. Any changes with
Oh.
it that would exceed 15 feet.
Physics. Let's use physics.
You guys
Let's
want
break
I
this
almost
with
failed
physics.
that class. I will let you guys handle this.
Let's break the DM with physics.
So Flight does try to use that. It doesn't necessarily work. I mean, it breaks off a few pieces of the glass-like waterfall shards, but you're only maybe half a foot in through like an. I mean, you probably can't even see the other side where you're at.
Can you make a bore with that?
Can I make a what?
Can you make a bore with that?
A bore?
You bore me out a
drill?
hole. Yeah.
A
Can
bore
you
hole.
bore me out a hole as deep as you can into this thing? Just give me as deep as you can in. So 15 feet, right?
Well, he said I only got like a foot in even using that.
Half a
Oh,
foot.
just
yeah.
using that.
So just go ahead and use that key point.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly something going on here that we're gonna need to do something powerful, fire, or I wonder if we take a rest and I rememorize for Oh, what was the spell?
Just shits and giggles. Firebolt. Firebolt.
You firebolt at
Daylight.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you break off a little bit more shards, but it seems like it hasn't gotten through that.
If I keep
much.
like firebolt at one spot, can I chip my way? It's a cantrip for me, so it's every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And I chip, like not like like again, borehole. It's kind of what I'm trying to do.
I hear you. Yeah, I mean, it slightly works slowly. I mean, you'll probably be here for days, but you could potentially do that.
We don't have that much
Trying to
time.
tell us we're on the wrong track. I think.
I get the feeling we're supposed to be looking for a back door. Most places like this always have back doors.
That's where fighting the Professor Scandal would probably come in.
Yeah, can we do a little bit of searching around to see if there's another way in?
Sure. I mean, give me an investigation.
Do you
I'll
wanna
take it
roll
if someone
that?
wants to help.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I can't assist. I have a negative modifier.
I will assist.
Or is that a homebrew thing?
It might be a
That's
hope.
hungry,
That makes
yeah.
sense, though.
Yeah.
Some people
I mean, it
require
does.
Gives you help action. Yeah.
Whew.
Oh, I didn't press Alt.
19.
My bad. Oh, heck
That's what
yeah!
the Okay, well, I mean, it's gonna sound disappointing. You wander for like a mile in each direction, and you don't find a different way in. This seems like the only way into this cave system.
So, like, based off of my Arcana check and all of the investigating that we've done, do we need the Summer Star? Are we thinking that's our only way of getting in here?
Oh,
Not
right.
necessarily. I mean, that might be helpful. Give me some sort of roll. Do you want to give me another?
I don't
Arcana
imagine
check?
it would melt all the ice though. Even if it breaks the clouds.
But it
doesn't
did. It
turn-
melted the snow and the ice in the radius. It did.
Well, let's.
Heck yeah. If that works, that'll work.
Can someone else roll the Arcana check though? Again, I have a -1.
I have an idea.
That'd probably be a thing for Dr. Lazarus.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
okay.
can I do something first, real quick?
Yeah.
Can I ritually
What's
cast Identify while touching the ice?
Ooh.
There's something magic going on with it.
Ooh.
Can I understand what's going on magically with it?
Does that only work for objects like magic items, or?
No, I think it works
Maybe,
for. It would work. Let me see.
Why don't you put up the spell?
I mean,
I
I'm
could
happy
also
to
just
throw
use the
you guys a
backpack.
bone with this. That's clever to try to identify what's going
I
on
can
with
use
this.
detect
Weak
magic at the same time.
So,
Just to see what's going on with the ice.
yeah, Dr. Lazarus puts his hand up against this frozen waterfall and just starts to sense the magic behind it. What can stop this kind of thing? I mean, it seems like this has been put in place by a crazy magical power, most likely the Frost Maiden, with it being a frozen thing. You would need something that could either destroy this in like one blow, or to ask the Frost Maiden for a way to do it.
Yeah, Bree, you can break it.
Hey, I can.
That horn. We hit it with everything we got at the same time. It may not. We're gonna hit it. We hit it once. We hit it once with a lot. I can create a massive explosion.
Yeah.
And you can send the explosion further into the ice.
Yeah.
And if we activate the Summer Star, we could also have that on our side.
We don't.
True. It does deal
you don't have it.
10d6 fire damage as well.
So,
Oh no, that's if it explodes. It's 10d6 thunder damage.
So just for the identify thing, the spell says if it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them.
So it has to be a magic item or magic object.
Or some other magic imbued thing.
I think technically it
would
wouldn't have
we-
worked here, but I'm happy to roll with what I've laid down.
Heck yeah.
What would we consider, for the purposes of my Horn of Blasting, for the wall of ice to count as like glass or crystal?
Yeah, actually, I think so.
Okay, cool. That means it takes 10d6 thunder damage instead of 5d6.
Heck yes. Everyone
Okay,
steps back.
yeah, everyone step like really far back because there's a chance of the horn exploding. Lazarus, you probably also shouldn't stand near me so that you can heal me
I get
in
that,
case this all goes south.
But do we want to add the gasoline and fire to it?
We also have.
Well,
we also
let's
have
just
these
try. Let's just try the horn of blasting first, because I mean, you can always like, as long as it doesn't explode, we can always try again. I'll also stand really close to the ice, so just in case it does explode, it'll also take 10d6 fire damage.
I'm going to stand away from Bree.
Oh no!
Please stand
Yeah,
very
everybody
far away
say
from
your
me.
goodbyes to Bree in case she explodes in this.
I can put you back together as long as you don't die. I can put you back together.
Well, I shouldn't
And
die.
your zombie comes up and hugs you.
Thank you.
Make the
Thank
zombie
you.
do it.
Pardon?
Make the zombie do it.
Blow the horn?
Can the zombie do that?
If it says a creature can blow the horn. Zombie
I
is a
guess
creature.
so.
Safe.
I'm better at than you.
Crash test dummies. They're great.
That's true. I will instruct my zombie to stand directly in front of the
Zombie.
wall of ice and blow it.
Okay. He salutes you and takes the horn. Great. Okay, that's awesome.
And we're all going to stand very far away.
You guys
You're
get
doing
back.
great. Like, can you make us like a thing that'll protect us from the?
Sure. He'll use another key point to use shape
Oh,
of the
you
flowing
know
river.
what? Actually,
and,
no, the zombie can't do it because
Why
the
not?
horn is a command word, and I don't think the zombie can actually speak.
Fair enough.
It
Yeah,
needs a command word?
It
Yeah, it
does,
does.
and I have turned it into
Aw.
a command phrase. If you remember, I yelled for the Dale or something equivalent
Yeah.
before.
Well, the risk of you
Then,
exploding
yeah.
makes it funner to an extent.
It does. It does.
It does.
So,
But regardless, I'll still use
Uh,
another key point to use shape of the flowing river to make ourselves.
I mean, we
shield.
could just. I can.
Like, right as you're getting up to, like, go fix it, I'm going to just test this. Run up, like, 30 feet away and just cast Minor Illusion next to the thing, so it's phrase for the Dale.
oh,
The words. Oh, you're
I think
testing
that-
to see
I
if
think
that
that
works as the command word.
Does it, is it, can I use a sentence on? I gotta make it can be your voice, someone else's. Yeah. So,
you can use an action to speak the horn's command word and then blow the horn. So I think it has to be the person using. Yeah,
We tried. Good
yeah,
luck.
we did.
Splenda.
This will be more fun though.
I pat you on the
If I
back as
die,
I go.
out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like 150 feet away, we're floating on the ship, and you're down there, and we're like, "We've got your back.
We got you.
Good luck."
Yeah.
Hello?
Good luck.
Oh. What am I on?
Oh,
I don't know. Oh.
Woman 1. That's what I was on. Okay, sorry. Okay, so yeah, everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna. So
Yeah.
I think it automatically does the. It says creatures and objects made of glass or crystal have disadvantage on the saving throw, but don't objects just not get saving throws?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's just badly worded. So I'm just gonna roll this. Oh, I accidentally used the template.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I'll just put it down. It's fine. Whatever.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
miles
so-
wide.
It goes out for like 80 miles.
Yeah, actually, weird enough in this
destroys
case,
the
it
Northern
does.
Glacier.
It seems like
It
this
does.
horn is way more powerful in this usage than any other time. You
Wow.
end up sending this huge surge of sound waves out. What is it, below a 10? 20. Okay, 34.
That's
You did not
that's for the
explode.
DC. No. That's
No,
for
no,
the-
no. That's
Yeah.
that's the damage.
Oh, that's the damage. Oh,
This
you
is
haven't rolled the D1. Oh no, Bree! No!
Wild!
Well,
Oh my
Absolutely wild.
god!
Well, I'm gonna do another 10d6 of fire damage to this thing.
Oh, 42.
42! So Bree takes 76 points of damage,
Yes, she
immediately
does.
goes
Crap.
down.
But it's not
Pretty
double your maximum, so you're not immediately dead, but you do get knocked unconscious as this magical horn explodes in your hands.
Do you
But
have
when
vulnerability
all
to fire?
of what's that?
Do you have vulnerability to fire damage for some reason?
No?
No?
Why?
No?
No, but it does. Oh, sorry. No, I only take 42 points of damage. You're right.
Only the
I was
second.
adding up
Okay,
the
not
thunder
the
damage
first one
as
because it's
well.
outwards facing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
better. So you're not even
you
down.
standing?
You just take the 42.
I just take the 42 damage, and I'm still standing there, just like scorched. My hair is a bit singed. There's some mushrooms like just shriveling up and falling out of my hair.
And snow just gets blown up around the side of the Ragged Glacier, and then up and then back down on you. It almost seems like it's snowing. And when the snow kind of clears, you can see that, yeah, all of the ice filling up that waterfall had been blasted to the side and through the passage. It's now open to be walked through. You've exploded the entrance with your horn.
Fantastic.
Fuck yes.
Just for my knowledge, would the 34 thunder damage have done it, or did the fire damage push it over the edge? Or can we know that just as an out of character, like if not, then no. That's fine. We'll just move forward.
I mean, I can
I
tell
don't see
you,
how
but
that-
it's almost. I don't know if it's funner to
Mystery
not
is
know
better.
Never mind. We'll
how
do.
simplistic it may have been.
Never mind. No, let's
No,
just go.
no.
The fire
That's actually
damage did it. It exploded.
something I would want to know.
It was destined to explode, and that's what.
You could have just walked behind it.
I mean, we
Alright.
looked for another entrance. We looked for another entrance,
We did
and
look for
we
another
rolled a nat
entrance.
20 for that. If that had been the
Yeah.
answer, I would have been very mad.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just kind of like plop down on the ground, like my butt like singes, like it sizzles a circle into the snow, and I sink down a little bit further than I otherwise would have. And Bree is just like, I need a doctor. I need a doctor. Oh my god, I hurt so much.
Jesus.
Like as Steven like running up, like kind of
Oh, I need
Trying
to do
to
the
slow
damage to
down.
myself too. Yeah.
How badly hurt is Bree?
She's got maybe
She
10,
is at
15,
17.
17.
Wow.
you're nearly
That's
blown
third-degree
up.
burns, baby.
Yeah.
You are nearly blown up.
Jesus Christ.
There's little bits of skin just like kind of hanging off of her, I
Yeah,
think.
I
I'd
can
say
think
that
so.
merits a short rest.
Maybe a few fingers missing from the hand you were holding the horn.
Probably,
Like, that'd be
probably.
cool.
Yeah,
Heck
I think probably her pinky finger and maybe even her ring finger on her right hand are just like
Oh, wicked. Absolutely wicked.
Lord.
yeah, and I don't think
Ooh.
those
Looks
come
like-
back with healing spells
looks like-
either.
It looks like freaking Ethan's hand from Resident Evil 8.
Yes, pretty much. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
And he was back together like this, and you just like this forever.
Yeah.
But
Can I fix that with? No, is that greater restoration or lesser restoration?
That is a regenerate spell.
Mm.
It's okay. I like it for flavor. It's not.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually
it's
mechanically.
fingers, not an
impact
arm.
anything.
Yeah.
He goes to
That's
fix
right.
your broken
Yeah.
fingers. You're like, no, I like it. I like it this way. It's fine.
It looks badass.
It looks badass. I think Halligan will like me more this way. Like I have battle scars now.
let's
Oh, wow.
let's take a short rest and patch you up.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Let's fly.
Like you're like
You don't
saying
have that
but
feature where,
Flight's
like,
the one
if
who
you do,
said
like,
that,
a-
but you're looking at Steven, thinking Steven said, "Let's take a short rest," because Flight said it before me.
I thought that was Parker saying that out of character, to be fair. I didn't realize he
It
was saying
was,
that
yeah,
in character.
it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, let's please take a short rest.
Yes.
Bree's just gonna be like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna lay down here, and she like lays down in the snow.
Ample suggests. Should I scout ahead?
Don't go
I can
too
be as
far.
quiet as a church mouse.
If you're going to do that, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace on you.
Can it be
Pass without a
secondary?
trace, you cast on yourself, and
No,
I would
it's-
I
have
think that has
follow.
Oh yeah, it's everyone near
What?
you.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Why
yeah.
not?
Well, I mean, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
people near
stealth, you
you
can't-
as
you can't-
well.
But I
Yeah,
think
Within
you'd have to
30
go
feet
with
of
him.
you.
Yeah,
How about this?
use
Sure.
True.
Give me a Ample.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
And I hold a blood vial
Um,
over. I hold a blood vial over Ample's head while you're all talking, and I crack it, so the blood drips on Ample, and Ample starts to go invisible.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
another good
Hell
one.
That'd work.
Yeah.
I like to imagine it like the blood drips on and the blood starts to turn clear.
Invisible,
and it drips
yeah.
over him, and he just, as it drips over his body and covers him like the Matrix mirror scene, he becomes
I was
invisible.
just imagining that. Heck yes.
Yeah.
Dude, great minds.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna activate my ring so it restores the spell slot used.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I also
What did you
take
do,
the-
Doc?
You're invisible for about an hour. I figure a man of your talents knows how to be invisible.
What were you saying?
Thanks again, Doc.
I'll tend to Bree's wounds while you head.
Can I help Bree at all so she can use less die?
You cut
Maybe
out. What did
heal
you say?
more? Could I help Bree with with regaining hit die? Is there any way to help with that?
think
I mean, you have
there's-
cure
I-
wounds, right?
Yeah, but if we're taking
Yeah,
a short
but-
rest, she would have.
No, there's a feature that you can take. The cleric in my other game has it where you can do like if you get a successful medicine check on
Heal.
someone, you take max healing from your first hit die,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. But I think it's like a feature you have to take. I don't think there's a way to do it unless someone else knows
There are
something.
things like Song of Rest, but we don't have a bard, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
I don't.
What,
I don't think it's a way to just do it without taking something.
I have an idea. What are your constitution scores, respectively?
15.
12.
Doc?
14.
Okay, so there's no change there. I was going to suggest that if the doc does a successful medicine check, then Bree could add her con to the hit dice, but it's
Well, you do that
already
anyway.
do that.
lesser.
You
Yeah,
already
but like
do that, so-
hypothetically, if he had a 4 to con and you had a
Oh.
2 to con, you could get bumped up by 2 each time.
Yeah, no, it's fine, guys. I'll just heal, and then whatever is left over, I will just. And I'll roll them
That'll
one at a
work.
time. I can just do a cure wounds if I need to.
I mean, if we could do medicine
Okay.
checks and perhaps like give up some of our hit dice, because
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's
I
just.
don't even know
yeah,
the
we're
last
just
time I
gonna get
used
on with
mine.
it.
All right, everybody's taking a short rest, healing up before they
Not
head
Ample.
into the darkness of this.
Ooh,
Ample's
nice.
gonna head in
waterfall
alone.
cave.
That was max heal.
Oh yeah, and Ample was gonna head in and kind of scope out the area before everyone else gets there.
What I would be intending to do is go as far as I can before I get blocked either by an obstacle or a creature. The moment an obstacle or a creature appears, I will stop my movements as soon as possible. I will go as still as possible to observe, and then once I have as much information as I can gather, I'll go back to the group.
Okay.
So that would be my intention, not necessarily that has just happened, but that's his intention.
Okay. Well, just to end it here, give me a stealth check to just be stealth. Oh, well, wait. You're invisible though.
I am.
Yeah.
Advantage?
Yeah. with
I'm still
advantage.
moving, so like I think unless I completely stop moving while I'm invisible, like that would be, basically stealth. But if I'm moving, then I'm definitely making noise.
Well, and I think that they also have disadvantage. Wow. Okay.
I was about to say double 19s, but it was an upside down 16.
Wow. What was the
Cool.
other
Heck
roll?
yeah.
Did you take the Horn of Blasting off of my character sheet, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
the one.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
It
no, no, that's
exploded.
okay. I was just making sure that
It
that had
exploded. Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Just blew up.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
great.
I was thinking.
So I guess we'll say to close it off that Ample kind of lurks through this cave. It kind of snakes around downwards, underground level. You probably make it in maybe 50 to 100 feet before it kind of snakes off in a few different directions. But you see a flame around one corner, and you kind of peek around. And there's a floating skull in there with flames coming off the back of it, and it's just kind of not paying attention.
He'll
That could be one of two things.
study it to
Neither
get
nor was
the.
it.
He'll study it to get the specifics as well as he can, just with a preliminary look at it, and then he'll stealth back to the bisection of the hallway, the split of the hallway, and he'll mark on the wall. Let me see what I have to mark with. Candle oil. Yeah, I'll just get a candle out of my pack, and I'll draw in wax on the wall. Like I'll just draw
Just
a
like a
skull
crayon.
and yeah, like a crayon. So I'll draw a skull on the hallway leading down that direction, and then I will. Should I go down the next one, or should I go back to you guys? Because I did say the first obstacle I found, I consider the split in the hallway the first obstacle, but I also found a creature. So I think I'll head back to the others and inform them of what I've found.
Okay. And
Oh, and that's super helpful because then I'll be able to time my mushroom form and my guardian of nature if I want to before we fight that thing.
That's
so
right.
what do you
We have to
Go ahead.
walk down 10-15 minutes before we get to the split in the hallway, and then it's another minute or two before we get to the skull. So I'd hold off until we get to that room if we do indeed want to battle it. But there are other ways through the cave system as well. This isn't just a straight shot. So I think if you're going to lead us to where we need to go, we should follow your lead.
All right. Well, we'll cut it off there. You guys
Alrighty.
have some insight about what you're going to face a little bit further into the cave. And we'll find out what happens next time.
Heck yeah. This is cool, yeah. It seems like this was a setup to this whole new adventure. You know what I mean? Like, this is our interlude episode.
I'm gonna do a whole good old-fashioned dungeon crawl next.
Kinda, yeah.
Heck yeah. Love that.
All right.
While we're all together, let's chat about All Access for a sec. So the next 3 weeks are pretty much the 3 weeks before Christmas. I'm not going to get you guys to play during, the week of Christmas or New Year's. That just seems inappropriate. So if we can do All Access perhaps next Friday or the Friday after.
I should be able to, yeah.
I can do the 10th.
Let me check
Alex,
my calendar.
how much time do you need to prep for the next session? Because it's going to be the start of a
Depends
new
on
adventure. So
what's going on? No, yeah, I mean, I have the maps for this already. So it's really just a bunch of reading and then writing the recap. So I don't think it'll be that bad the next coming weeks. But it depends on what the heck you guys do. So we'll see.
I can't do the 10th. I have plans that night already. I could do the
then
3rd though.
It looks like
Everyone
Tom
cool
can't
with
do
the
the
third?
third.
Tom can't do the
I can
3rd?
make the
Okay.
third work. I can make the third one.
don't
Right,
push yourself. Life comes before
I
game.
can make the game. I can make it work.
Okay.
If everybody else can, I can.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
I should be able,
Yeah,
as
I
long as
can
I get off the
probably be
board
there for the
early.
third.
Heck yeah. It's like I said last time, it's not going to be a full 4-hour session. So we can start later, finish earlier, whatever makes you guys more comfortable. We can chat about specific start times during the week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working out of the office now, not from home, so my
right.
availability
That sucks.